FTF Cup Series. Into the lead. Bud gets wrecked in front of the pack. He saves it. 3-4 wide as they come to the white flag. Here comes Vargas down on the apron. They are 5 wide. Ian Plash will win it at the line. Is this package? Oh, there goes Jordy Lopez Jr. That's your race leader. Caution flag is out.
Still no one willing to give up as they are going to be dead even off of the first chicane.
Oh, he saves it. What's going to happen here? Here comes McCandless. Oh, McCandless sends him. Get your front there. He's got it. He's got it. McCandless is going to win.
The Barr FTF Cup Series welcomes you to the virtual Talladega Superspeedway in Talladega, Alabama. Tonight, it's the Quinn Houff 500K. There you go. You need to see that, don't you? All right. Yeah, so we're running behind because I didn't know when we were going to do this thing, but Jacob Pitts here with you. We've got a celebrity broadcast booth this evening because Caleb Hoffman decided that watching Talladega would be more fun than this. Your grid's going to scroll by here on your screen. Travis Brown joins the program, as does Walmart Blake McCandless, Philip McCandless. Unfortunately, he was part of the group that missed the show tonight, so he's going to join us in the booth. Gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to Talladega. Everybody knows it. Everybody loves it, except for maybe the drivers on the racetrack tonight.
I'm thrilled. I am so excited.
Yeah, Talladega Super Speedway, known as the big one for its legendary heart-pounding crashes. This has the set for the battleground for some of the most thrilling moments in sim racing.
There you have it. That's great introduction to gang. Wait, we're off to a flying start.
Yeah.
Man, ChatGPT gives you some great lines to be able to open this up.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. All righty, so we're getting set to go. Pace car is going to make the hard left turn on the pit road. 117 laps. A lot of good stuff awaits us here tonight from Talladega. Happy Sunday night. I know there's football on. Taylor Swift is on the television. Nobody cares. We're about to set to go, and we're going to eliminate 4 playoff drivers at the end of tonight's race in the Kicking the Tires playoffs. Timu Toika and Sebastian Marin lead us down to the green flag. We are racing at Talladega.
Well, you know, in the heart of the deep south, where the echoes of thunderous roars become the anthem of adrenaline, there exists a cathedral of speed known as the Talladega Superspeedway. Here amidst the sweltering Alabama heat, a modern-day gladiator prepares to embark on a journey that defies the very laws of physics as the sun hangs low in the southern sky, casting long shadows across the colossal track. The roar of engines reverberates through the air like a symphony of 1,000 roaring beasts. The towering grandstands packed to the brim with I can't even say that word. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Loom over the arena like a colossal fortress, their cheers rising to the heavens. The NASCAR race car, an emblem of raw power, untamed fury.
Oh,
they're wrecking like hell.
Trouble. Daniel Falkingham slows down to miss it. Jonathan Goke, the first car, sideways, and he's the only guy left after it's said and done. So the caution flag's out after 1 lap.
Yeah, looks like that contact was initiated by Spencer Ray. Got a little high in the tri-oval, and
let's take a look.
It's like, yeah, looks like that 6 machine just got a little bit on that left rear quarter panel, and sometimes with the way the side draft is, even if Spencer wasn't intending to make contact, sometimes it will bring that car to the left. So Spencer Ray kind of pushing the issue a little bit on lap 1, but looks like everybody got by relatively clean.
Oh man, who was that?
Oh man,
Josh Parker? All right, let's do some on board here. This is with Josh Parker and oh boy, hang on here. He never lifted. Sean Butler joins the program now. Good evening, Sean.
I'm requesting that someone or something turn Blake McCandless's mic up.
Well, it's not Blake McCandless. It's Walmart Blake.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Phil?
I've got.
This is Philip. Yes.
Oh, it is
Okay,
Phil.
there we go. Yeah.
Okay, I've turned it up.
There we go.
Okay,
I have
well-
you at 200% in Discord, by the way. So.
Okay.
That's all we got.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll make sure
we're
the input. This soundboard that Blake's got is more complicated than the Emancipation Proclamation. I have no idea how to run it, but we'll turn up the input volumes as we can.
All right. I just wanted to relay the message. I'll get out of here now. Good job, guys. Keep it up. You're doing fine.
Oh, thank you,
Thanks.
John.
Sean.
No problem.
That's Sean Butler, who was, I believe, the first of many people contacted about filling in for tonight. He currently sits in 14th, but we have pit stops. You see Timu Toika, Parker White. They're going to make a trip onto pit road, as will, well, most of the field. Sander Nyhoff's going to take over the lead, and he's not going to have many people stay out there with him.
Yeah, I mean, you're really stating some factual information there, Jacob. I'm not live in my game, so I missed every bit of the pit stops there, but thankfully I had your feed to catch some of the action.
Am I even live? Yes, I am. Okay, you had me worried there, but
Yeah.
here we go. It looks like fuel only for most of these guys. Here comes Parker White. He won't let him off pit road. Fuel a concern, and Philip, I know this was part of a conversation pre-race, the fact that fuel is just tight enough where you're not going to be able to make it to the end of the stage without having to come to pit road or saving a Herculean effort. Obviously, you get the chance to pit here. You might be able to make it to the end of the stage, but remember, we don't get a caution at the end of the stage.
Well, I think you saw today earlier in the Cup race in real life, you had some of the Penske guys that were kind of riding around a little bit off the throttle and trying to save fuel to then time the green flag pit stop. Tonight with this FTF race, the first stage will end at lap 38, and it looks like drivers can go about 32 to 33 laps during the run. So a lot of these guys are going to be trying to save fuel. You could ride around at about 3/4 throttle. We saw this earlier this year at Daytona. So a lot of these guys are probably going to be seeing if they can stretch it if we run green stage. Guys that
Right. I think what Phil's trying to say is a lot of these guys are going to save some fuel here, take it easy, probably not put on the most exciting show, but they're going to be there at the end.
There you have it. I like that. Good stuff, guys.
Yeah.
So ask the booth. Connor Team Hype 44 writes in, is Taylor Swift here tonight?
No, but we couldn't afford that. But we do have Talladega. I mean, this track, it stretches out like an endless ribbon of asphalt. It's sweeping turns and daunting straightaways. It's a treacherous labyrinth. How do you say that word? Labyrinth?
Labyrinth?
Speed. Labyrinth
There you
of
go.
speed.
Yeah.
I mean, Talladega, the very name, a promise of both glory and peril, demands the utmost respect from those who dare to challenge its ferocity.
Well, I mean, here in the heart of Alabama, where legends are born and where history collides with cutting-edge technology. Tonight, again, these guys are going where the stakes are sky high. Flag is poised to wave, signaling the start of a race that will test the limits of precision, strategy, and these nerves of steel.
You're going to have to bump up that noise gate there a little bit. You're cutting
Yeah, or maybe does he have the mic too far away from him?
Nah, I
not
think
sure.
I've got it shoved in. Hold on, let me see. What about this? What about this gain?
Oh, no,
boy.
don't do that.
Yep, okay.
Yeah, don't do that.
I think I found it.
I think you did.
Okay, so that's what that button does. Very interesting.
Well, you know
Okay,
what's not a
still-
laughing matter, guys? You know what's not
What's
a laughing
that?
matter? At Talladega, the very soul of racing is tested. It is a battleground where man and machine become one, where bravery knows no bounds, and where the pursuit of glory reaches a fevered crescendo. To race at FTF race car at Talladega is to defy the very limits of human experience. to court danger and destiny in a high-speed ballet of epic, some might even say biblical proportions. And we're about to watch them do it live.
Right here on FTF. The good news is once we're done, I believe there is some moon car on the horizon tonight, correct?
That's the rumor, and we got a big announcement out of that camp. I can't wait. I cannot wait. We've got one of the biggest announcements. We signed a deal. We have signed a deal.
There you have it. A deal has been signed. And you'll find out once we're done over on Moonhead.
Monumental.
Yeah. There you have it. Well, Sander Nyhoff's got a monumental lead right now of 0.003 seconds over Alex Kolodix. Your top four stayed out. Everybody else came on to pit road for fuel. 5 laps complete. We're back to green at Talladega.
And boy, howdy, I tell you what, the outside line got an absolutely abysmal restart there. Who was that up there? Was that Timu? No.
That was Kolonix.
That was Kolonix. Yeah, that was one of the worst starts in FTF history. And it's actually allowing a third lane to form now already out of turn number 2.
Who's leading that line? None other than Sean Butler. Philip?
You can see Jackson Carr and Sander Nahijov. I'm trying to. They are getting away from the field here.
What did you call him?
Nahijov?
I believe it's Nyhoff, I think.
Not just Nyhoff. Okay.
Yep.
Sander Nyhoff, Jackson Carr. Okay.
6 laps
Well,
complete.
through the tri-oval.
Yeah. Pick right back up.
Oh, yeah. Through the tri-oval. Still 2x2 through most of this one. And just like Phil said, or at least tried to say, what we could hear out of that microphone of his, was that a lot of these guys are probably going to try to save fuel. Now, Kyler Wynn, I don't think he knows anything about saving. He's wide ass open from the start every race he's in, and he almost sticks it 4 wide. He actually ran into a situation. He's going to get the wall there, but that's pushing the pusher, folks. When you push the pusher, bad things happen off into turn 3, and they are still knocking the hell out of one another.
You're right on board. He's not in the booth. There we go. Currently 13th. He started inside the top 5, and he's got Lawson Peel right behind him. If he has another moment like that, he might wind up going to space with the SpaceX machine.
Now, I'm curious to see with this 3 wide how long these guys will try and make that top lane work, especially with this side draft here. When you go top 3, it just kind of slows down all those 3 lanes. I imagine a lot of these guys trying to save fuel, they're probably going to migrate to the bottom, run 3/4 throttle here, trying to make it to the end of the stage.
Comes Wynn again, peeking out of line. Got some help from Sebastian Marin. You see a name in yellow over on the left-hand side of your screen on the ticker. That means they're in the playoffs, and here comes Kolonix all the way up to the outside wall to cover the spot.
That was a big move there. Oh, and you're going to see he's going to go right back down to the middle there. So these guys really, they're not doing what we thought they should. I thought that they were going to save, but a lot of these guys are really laying it all on the line here early.
Timu Toika there in the 146. We saw him lead the opening lap, and then he decided to come onto the pit road. Now he's trying to churn his way back up toward the front. 8 laps complete. Your top about 10 are single file.
Yeah, it's single file all the way back to about Garrett Conrath and Timu Toika trying to lead that outside line with a push from that is the 037, Ryan Naraki.
Things have pretty much calmed down up here now. They're 2x2 from about, well, now it's about the 4th position on back as we've got one car jumping up to the outside. That's Kevin King. He's going to look to get a push from Toika up here. And Kyler Wynn, once again, trying to make the 3rd lane work all by himself. He is going to have help from Alex Kolonix down into turn number 1. But I think they're going to need more cars up there to really make up the ground they're looking to make up.
Look at a guy like Kevin King. Did not have the Coke Series that he would have wanted this year. Really struggled to have a decent finish. He managed to get himself into the playoffs here in FTF. And now here he goes looking for the lead. He is near the cut line coming into tonight. Just 47 points to the good. Remember, FTF points, a lot different than what we usually see in the normal Cup Series. If he's able to win, that could lock him into the next round and take all the pressure off having to finish well by the end of the night. And he'll take that 88 to the front. He'll lead lap 10.
You'll get those 5 bonus points for leading a lap here. FTF still rewards that for being able to get yourself to the lead. We'll see side by side behind with Timu Toika and Nate Stewart.
Oh, man, and that was almost bad. And Kevin King's not liking what he's seeing. He got his lap, and he's going to the back, and I don't blame him. You know, he's no slouch. He's a kind of an elder statesman of the sim racing community, if you will, and he knows a big one's brewing when he sees one right there, and that was almost big out of turn number 2, but that allowed Lisenby and Stewart to clear the inside line, and now they're running 1-2 on the bottom, and we've kind of got a little bit of a breakaway.
I wonder if that wasn't planned, that he was trying to get up there, get those 5 bonus points for leading the lap, and then try and drop back as soon as he could, get in the back, and then try and conserve fuel. And listening to him, it does sound like he is trying to lift on that throttle a little bit.
Nate Stewart in second. He won this race a year ago. Trying to replicate that here tonight as they're going to lap Jonathan Goke here down the back straightaway. Remember, he was the cause of our first caution flag.
Yeah, what a bad way to start out, and he's about to get swallowed up here. Wynn's going to go to his outside. He's going to be caught in the middle, and this is actually going to get pretty sketchy. Oh, he's actually going to find him a spot right there in the middle. So now he's sitting in a good position. He's the only car a lap down. Robert Dorman, though, is in danger of going a lap down here pretty soon.
Well, Dorman, he comes over the chat and says he is concerned that the game is not counting his laps. I'm not following Dorman at the moment.
Well, so he's blinking out constantly around the racetrack. That's why. Here he is. Now he's gone. So you see he's lost the draft.
Trying to follow, yeah. He is 20 seconds off. As you see him right there on your screen, but probably not going to be there for long. We don't know if he's racing for hotel Wi-Fi or what, but seems like the internet is not working there for the Robert Dorman machine.
Hotel Wi-Fi might be faster than that. Be honest.
Honestly, it's probably Spectrum.
Oh, Blake McCandless is calling me. I'll be right back.
Oh, all right.
Probably saying, what is that abomination that is on my microphone right now?
13 laps are complete. End of stage number 1 is lap 38, as we alluded to a little while ago. Kyler Wynn leading on the inside line. Alex Kolinix leading on the top side. Now, Kyler Wynn got suspended earlier on in the year. He was leading at Atlanta, coming to the checkered flag. He went down to the apron and then hooked it dead right as we go 3 wide with the lap car for the lead. Kyler Wynn got suspended for the next 7 races, eventually came back late in the year, and here he is out front, but we know that he can be very aggressive.
Yeah, Kyler Wynn is someone who's raced against him several times. He does have a lot of skills, and even he'll say on his iRacing profile that he is only good at super speedways, which obviously it's not just the case. He was able to qualify into the subsequent rounds of the Road to Pro series, but yeah, Kyler Wynn, he's going to always be someone that you contend with here at these super speedways running front.
Things have calmed down for the moment, though, that outside line with Alex Kolinix and Tyler Gary. It's receded quite a bit back here to about the 6th or so position. Starting to get bunched back up. Matt Spalding is up there on that outside. You got Sean Butler as well.
Yeah, give or take, you've got, I think it's 7, 8 cars riding on that outside. But again, I think the big concern, just like it was in the Cup race today, saving fuel, and that everybody's going to be riding on the inside content, probably just to sit and ride around to make sure that they can get to the end of the stage. So we see Nijov jump up and try and take the lead of that outside line.
And that he will, at least for the time being. We'd like to welcome in a new audience that was watching Winstel over on the Deuce, FTF2. We are 15 laps complete here from Talladega. Only one caution thus far in the playoff elimination race here from Talladega, the Quinn Half 300. Jacob Pitts, Philip McCandless, Travis Brown with you as Kyler Wynn, currently your race leader. Nate Stewart second, Sebastian Marin third, Timu Toika fourth, Sander Nyhoff rounding out the top 5.
So Sorry, in the chat I heard a very loud and aggravated Sean Butler yelling the name Lucas. And him and Matt Spalding are having a shouting contest. I'm trying to figure out what that might be about.
Interesting. Tempers overflowing early.
Looks like that outside is starting to make a little bit of run on the outside. Looks like Nyjoff is going to be able to clear Kyler Wynn and take this lap lead. Again, again, with a lot of people on the bottom lifting, it's definitely going to give the power to that outside as Nyjoff pulls in front of Kyler Wynn to take the lead of that bottom.
So Kolonix takes the lead. Matt Spalding now in second. Sean Butler in third. He's second on the outside line. As they make their way down the back straightaway, we take a look from high above as here comes that 45 to the front.
Well, Matt Spalding going to dive down. I think he's not going to be able to get Kolonix to suck up to the back of him, so I think that's going to give Sean Butler the lead as we come out of turn 4. Sean Butler definitely a super speedway aficionado himself, being able to cut through as they go up to the top. And it'll be 3 wide for the lead.
He'll hold on. Kyler Wynn is looking for some help right now. He'll pick up, I believe that's Spalding. No, Justin Lisenby in the 131. Butler leading the outside with Josh Parker. Parker looks down low, and he will take the lead as they come off turn number 2.
Yeah, Sean Butler's going to be hung out to dry on that outside. Let's see if he gets picked up by the outside line. And Lisenby sticks it middle 3 wide, and Sean's going to have to drift onto the back here of this middle line, and he's going to be able to fall in, it looks like, behind Jonathan Goke.
Sorry, Sean.
You know, it wouldn't be an iRacing race without a classic sorry Sean in there.
It's true. We still got a long way to go. It could happen 3, 4, or 5 more times before this thing is said and done. 19 laps complete when we cross the stripe. Josh Parker and Kyler Wynn scooting out in front of the rest of the field by almost a half second.
Yeah, here you've got, 4 cars on the outside, and then pretty much everybody. It looks like Kyler Wynn's going to peak high here, try and get that side draft off of Josh, and he's going to take the lead. And he's got the help from Matt Spalding and Kolonix, so he's going to be able to keep that for now as Josh Parker drifts back, and it looks like he's going to stay in that bottom lane. Jonathan Goke going to be pushing as Kyler Wynn comes back down. Oh, Matt Spalding comes out in front of Kolonix, and they're going to be able to line up here on the bottom.
I'm back.
That was close. Welcome back, Travis. The field has lapped Robert Dorman, who's still blinking his way around the racetrack.
God almighty.
Well,
That's not the news I wanted to sit down to.
yeah, you see him back there mid-pack up against the outside wall. Well, you saw him for a brief second. He blinked out of existence right when I mentioned him.
Yeah. Well, we got some people making some hay up here on the outside line. That's Sean Bo.
Oh, we got Jonathan Goke around. The 131 is around.
Lisenby, and he gets hit again down the back straightaway.
Dorman's going to drive straight into him.
No. Oh, for Pete's sake. Well, caution's out.
Yeah, it looks like
Once again.
looks like a push gone wrong from the 49 machine of Aaron Smith subbing in for Art Reimer. And it looks like he is going to give the 32 machine of Sean Butler just a bad, or, you know, just a misalignment on that bumper. That'll send Sean down.
You can say a
in
bad
the inside
push.
one.
You can say a bad push.
All right, let's see if we can get anything from here. And, oh, yeah, it's Aaron Smith that gets Sean, and it's on. Oh, who was that dropped? Vincent Cortez that caught Lisenby, and then there at the end.
I have a suspicion that Dorman wasn't seeing those cars. I feel like they were blinking or something for him with his connection issues. Because I wouldn't think he'd just drive straight into a parked car.
So, looking at the onboard of Dorman, I I don't think he may have blinked. He was slowing down for the wreck, so I think he at least saw the initial smoke, and then it looks like he thought he could fit in between a hole between that 131 and the wall, as you see
Take a
on the
look.
board right here with Robert Dorman. So we start slowing up right here. So I think he sees what's going on and sees that smoke, and then all of a sudden that 131's there.
Do you think we could get a word with him?
We can quickly before we go to a break.
Oh, we do breaks here?
We do.
Oh, that's sick. Do we have like commercials lined up?
Zach just hits a button.
Oh.
Yeah, because Twitch.
They sent me the iRacing like commercial pack, and I never used it because they just like want you to use it, I guess, and like they're like, hey, here's commercials for free. That's not how that works.
All right. Well, is Dorman even in the building? No, he is not. All right. Well, we'll try and find a way to talk with Robert Dorman. We'll step aside and go to a break. Right now, your leader, Lucas Plessel, in the 54. You're watching the Barr Visual FTF Cup Series on FTF. And welcome back here to Talladega Super Speedway here on FTF. It's the Quinn Howe 500K. Kyler Wynn, your race leader. They are choosing here at the choose cone, which is actually the pit exit cone or the blend cone, whatever you want to call it, down the back straightaway. Jacob Pitts, Travis Brown, Philip McCandless here with you. We get set to go for the restart under our second caution flag of the night.
Yeah, it looks like the only casualty so far of the night is Robert Dorman, if still making laps, now 3 laps down after that incident, and Jonathan Goke with significant damage, but only 1 lap down. So that's another thing with this next-gen car. It's just really hard to eliminate anybody. It looks like that wreck didn't have a ton of people piling in, so it looks like most people are probably going to be able to get the damage repaired, and then how big the drag is that you're going to be able to hang on this draft.
We'll see what happens. We'll be close to about 10 to go in the stage. I think we'll have about 14 to go, if my math is any sort of correct. But here we go. Spalding and Kyler win. Getting us ready for the restart. There we go. Like that camera.
Oh, that's a good camera.
Yeah. Green flag.
Yeah, the top definitely has the momentum after this restart. Nobody was able to suck up to Kyler Wynn, so it looks like here in turns 1 and 2, it looks like Matt Spalding getting a shove from Blake Reynolds. He's going to be able to take the lead coming off of turn 2 here.
Look at Spalding go. Look at him go down the back straightaway. Now he's going to have to get up to the wall here. It looks like there's some guys trying to get to his outside. I believe Stewart and Reynolds are going to work together here. It looks like they're plotting something off into turn 3.
They stay up high for now. Peak down low, hanging tough. And looks like
Kevin.
Spalding.
Y'all just verbally did that thing you do in a hallway where you're walking towards somebody and then they go one way and they go the other. Before you know it, you're dancing with them.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, yeah.
Well, no, and then you do like the basic white guy thing and you both go like, oop, you know.
Oh, yeah, you both go, oop.
Yeah.
And then after a second, you awkwardly stand there and then one of you just rears back and punches the other one in the mouth. Then before you know it, you've ruined your life. You got a felony to your credit. You lost your job.
Yeah,
your wife left you for somebody taller and better looking.
You know, I'm a 3-time Truck Series champion, hitting a 22-year-old.
Oh, God, don't get me started there.
If the shoe fits.
It's, you know, yeah. Well, let's see.
I feel like this could be a segment like what really grinds my gears that Travis Brown could be discussing this Matt Crafton situation.
It chaps my ass because, we don't have proof of what happened. So we're just going to believe the guy who lost. Like, I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm not rooting for one or another. But to say there was a sucker punch when there's no proof of a sucker punch just seems foolish to me. I'd rather, if somebody shows me a video of him running up and sucker punching him, I'll be like, that's despicable. But right now, it just seems like he said, "Hey, what's up?" Didn't like what he heard, and then fucking punched him in the face. So like, I don't.
Sean, we are on television.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not good at this, but I thought I had a pretty reasonable take, but like usual, Twitter had other plans. Don't tell Zach I cussed.
Yeah. Well,
Blake
I hate to
Reynolds
break the
leads
news
that
to you,
lap.
but he'll never know, except for the fact he's
Okay.
watching.
Oh no.
Blake Reynolds
Sorry,
did
Zach.
take the lead. Tyler Gary's now second. Spalding still fighting on the outside. Now he's going to get freight train. Here comes Sebastian Marin up on the outside. He's got company. Gary to the top. Reynolds to the top. Ticker in the way. We're 3 wide still up at the front.
Now Sebastian Marin taking up the lead mantle in that middle lane. Blake Reynolds still getting a shove from Parker White. And this is definitely coming to the end of the stage. As you can tell, 3 wide for about, I'd say, 8 or 9 rows deep as Sebastian Marin looks like he's going to be pulling away out of 4.
Oh, look out. Marin got squirrely. Gary takes the lead. He's going to try and slide back up. And he does.
What a move! What a move from Gary! He got on the left rear. Look!
Oh, now he's going to get turned!
That was net code, but he saved it. I can't believe my eyes.
Are we sure that's Gary and not Dale Jr. in that thing? What a save!
Yeah, Gary just looks like he got a little low, but man, he was able to wheel that thing, and him and Marin were able to keep it going straight. But man, they are still hitting and getting into the wall. Him and Nate Stewart.
Oh, there they go. There they go.
Oh, yeah, we got the big one in the back.
David L. Brown, that's a playoff driver into the wall.
Oh, they're still piling. Oh, we got one piling in there. My God, he never touched the brakes.
Daniel Falkingham involved in that, another one of our playoff drivers. There you see him at the bottom in the grass.
Trying to look where that starts. It looks like the 26 machine of Kevin McAdams is sticking it middle 4 wide, and him and David Brown get together, and that just sets off a chain.
Well, let's take a look. We're back a little early, but it starts with the 83 of David L. Brown coming down the back straightaway. We'll take a look at this from high above. And gosh, that looks terrible. Let's see if we can. There we go. Fox zoom it. Looks like
you're
him,
gonna see.
and is that Sean Butler?
No, that is Kevin McAdams. You see that middle line kind of check up, and Kevin's instinct is just to turn left and go. He was 4 wide trying to give room on the inside to Kevin King, and I don't think David realized that Kevin had gotten under him. And just probably...
They had been trying to wreck for about a lap and a half. I mean, it was only a matter of time.
Kevin King, Wyatt Tinsley.
I mean, it's absolutely go time.
4 of our playoff drivers involved in that crash. Yeah, the wreck has been put on Kevin McAdams, so he'll go to the end of the longest line.
Riding on
we
the
should
board
talk to him
with Kevin, with what he saw. And yeah, let's talk with the driver of the 26.
Is he here yet?
He is not.
Give me 2 seconds. 3, 2. Oh, come on. We're really going to do this, Discord? All right.
I think I can pull him.
You should be able to. He's in booth 2. He's in booth. Hi, Kevin. Oh. There we go. Now we're all here.
I was in the wrong booth.
Yep.
So, Kevin, give us, from your perspective, what happened going into turn 3?
Kevin McAdams, do you have a copy? Kevin McAdams, this is Travis Brown up in the FTF booth.
You know what happened? He blinked out.
Uh-oh.
He's back now. I don't know if Kevin can hear.
You're right.
If Kevin,
Hello.
If Kevin can hear. Yeah, yeah, hi.
I think I fell out for like 10 seconds.
Yeah. Now
Well, it is a hot
good.
one here at Talladega. It definitely is a hot day. I mean, are you taking in more fluids than usual?
I have been hydrating, yes.
All right. Well, maybe you were a little dehydrated when you wrecked the hell out of the field going into turn 3 there. Tell us about it.
Well, just trying to get some track position for that stage. It's so important for the playoffs to get some stage points. Went 4 because I felt people around me were comfortable enough for it. Kevin came up a little bit, and I was kind of just mirroring my move with him, not realizing that I was also coming up into David. And of course, I feel bad for that, but got to move forward. I'm sorry that happened to David. I don't really cause a lot of wrecks in this series, but
I can vouch for you there.
Thank you. But I gotta apologize when it does happen, and we'll move forward knowing that I can't do another one of those, because then our race is over. So it sucks that I got to start and along this line on this restart, but we'll see if we can get back up front, because definitely need stage points for the playoff situation.
Kevin, I think I'm in trouble.
What makes you say that?
I said a bad word.
I don't think that's a big deal.
Okay, I said the F word on accident. It was Phil's fault. He got me on a passionate rant, and with passion sometimes comes obscene language, and unfortunately I chose to use some obscene language that went out on the air.
See, I don't know why you're trying to deflect this. It's your fucking fault.
Well, easy. So I feel like this is a PG-13 stream. Everyone gets... the stream gets 1, so now we're at 2, so we need to make sure we make up for that on the next one and have 0. But keep it down a little bit. This isn't a kids program, but kids are watching.
And I at this time, now's the best time I feel like to probably sincerely apologize for my recent outburst of profanity while partaking in this program. I understand that my use of offensive language was inappropriate and offensive, and I deeply regret my actions. My behavior was not a reflection of the respect and decorum that should be maintained while participating in an FTF broadcast. I understand that this network and all other networks strive to provide entertainment and information to a wide audience. My actions were disrespectful not only to this program, but to all the viewers who may have been offended by my language. I want to assure you that my use of offensive language was an isolated incident, and I am committed to being more mindful of my words and actions while partaking in FTF broadcasts in the future. I recognize the importance of creating a positive and respectful viewing environment for everyone. Once
As
again, I
there's a
apologize.
drive into left field by Castellanos, it will be a home run.
I don't know if
that'll
I'll put
make
this
it a
headset
floor.
on again.
Kevin, thanks for your time. Go get him on the restart.
God,
thanks.
I'm sure ChatGPT, they sure know how to make a good apology script.
What are you talking about? That was from the heart, man. It was from the heart.
I mean, I guess technically your heart was beating, the blood to your brain to be able to look at it and read it.
I mean, that was from the heart. That was as genuine as it gets. It was
All
as
right, here we
serious
go.
as it
Genuine
gets.
restart, green flag. We have just 6 laps to go in the stage. This ought to be good.
Well, the gloves are off. We've already got them 3 wide, and my lord, Daniel Falkingham. I'm choking on a chip.
You're choking on a chip. Parker White leading that outside, and Gary comes up to give a block.
Oh, they aren't going to make. They're
Oh,
4 wide
and they're
again.
4 wide going around the Matthews whack machine going into turn 3. It looks like they're going to keep it. Oh, looks like they're going to keep it straight.
Butler's going to be the big loser out of that. He got caught really in the middle there, and he lost every bit of his momentum. Luckily, there's a lot of people in the same boat behind him, so he's not going to lose near as much ground as I thought he would. But going back to that restart, guys, before a chip went down the wrong tube, Daniel Falkingham made a very aggressive move up to that outside line, and it really didn't take him anywhere, but it was almost a big moment down into 1.
3 wide, still for the lead. Almost the entire way through the field. Gary on the outside, Reynolds in the middle, Ryan Rocky leading the pack downstairs.
Yeah, it looks like that top line is just formed up a little bit better as the top and the middle here. The bottom's getting stalled out. And it looks like Tyler Gary cleared low if he wants it, getting that shove from Parker White. And it looks like Gary getting out, but Blake Reynolds looks like he's going to come with a run here in the middle, exiting 4.
I think Gary's going to stay up there. I mean, that looks to be where all the momentum's at. You don't want to end up down on the bottom, and that's exactly what Reynolds just did. He dropped down there to help Butler, and now we've got to move up here for the lead. Lawson Peel goes to the inside. He's going to have Win with him. Gary goes down to block him, and now they are making a complete fool of me because every one of them's looking to the bottom.
On board with Tyler Gary. Oh,
Win going up the middle.
Oh, what a shot from Parker White to the back bumper of the 8.
God, that is one thing about these next-gen cars. You really can shove the shit out of each other. Oh, as we're going 4 wide entering 3.
Gary's blocking 4 lanes at once up here at the front. We've still got 3 to go at the stage here this time by.
Well, the gloves are off now. Top 2 are clear. Where do they go? Does Buttafuoco try to go to the outside? Yes, he does. Gary's going to slam the door on him at the line. 2 to go on the stage. Oh, man. I don't see any way they make it.
It'll be tough.
It looks like Kyler Wynn coming here on the bottom with a shove.
Seth Knoll on the 1. I haven't talked about him at all tonight.
Yeah, Seth seems like a guy he'd probably just wait around for when it becomes important, when the points are finally paid out. That's Jackson Carr looking to the bottom. Kyler Wynn comes down to block that run. And there's still 3 wide here for third place, Buttafuoco. And it looks like Seth Knoll now going to take that run up the middle into the lead.
I get not wanting to be caught in the middle, but we just saw it with Butler and Reynolds. They went to the bottom, and now they're gone. I mean, they are absolutely gone. And I don't think this is going to end well for Wynn, and they are really stacking in the middle here. Oh, man. This is exciting stuff.
Michael Guest, the white car there in the middle behind the 1 of Knoll. Kyler Wynn takes the lead. 2 to
Boy,
go
was
in the
I wrong.
stage.
Good Lord, I was wrong. Well, the bottom's working now.
I don't
got
think
enough
you're
help.
wrong, Travis. It's just whenever that momentum, whenever that line just gets formed up, that's where the momentum's going to be as Tyler Gary makes contact as he pulls down into the middle, but they're able to keep it straight. Going into 3.
Yeah, the third lane's dying out. Buttafuoco's dropping like a rock, and so is everybody behind him. And they're going to come around to 1 lap to go in the stage. Now, they're not going to throw a caution for the end of this stage, so I'd imagine a lot of these guys will play it pretty smart. But up here at the front, I'm sure we'll see some moves as there goes one
Here we
car.
go. Oh, no!
Oh,
Naraki, playoff driver, around. Keeps it off the inside. No, he doesn't. Slaps the inside wall. He avoids everybody else. The other car involves Sebastian Marin, another playoff driver. He's off the pace. He's going to lose all of his spots. Here are the leaders off too.
Oh,
Yeah,
the bottom died.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
able to keep it green here as we're coming to the end
Blake
of the
Reynolds.
stage. Blake Reynolds to the lead. Tyler Gary now leading it off into 3 and 4, but it looks like maybe Seth Knoll's going to be able to run with the run on the top.
Oh, Gary up to block. No, man, that was close. That's going to push whoever's that white car is up to the outside.
Guest.
That's Michael Guest. He's looking to the inside. He gets on Gary's corner.
Parker
panel.
White
There he
shoots
is.
up the
He's
middle. They're
sitting.
4 wide.
Falkingham at the line. Michael Guest by half a car length over Blake Reynolds. Michael Guest wins stage 1 in a 3-wide photo finish.
Yeah, Blake Reynolds, Falkingham, Parker White, Buttafuoco, the rest of your top 5 in that stage. It looked like Michael Guest was just able to get the shove at the right time. He didn't have anybody right on his bumper as they were crossing the line, but he was able to get that push early enough to be able to get the stage win there. And Falkingham tries to throw the block on Spalding as they go into 3, and they're still able to keep it straight.
Butler can't make up his mind what lane he wants to be in. He went bottom, top, and he finally settled up here in the middle. With help from Reynolds, Spalding going to go up there and join the calls. And it looks like a little bit further back, Wynn was thinking about going to a 3rd lane, and Butler going to beat him to it. Butler leads at the line.
He's got Reynolds to help. Remember these two? You talked about them earlier, how they fell back. Well, now here they are. Just missed the stage, but now they're going back for the lead.
And honestly, it may have worked out for him. With how crazy it got up there, we know Butler's luck. He probably would have got wrecked.
Just would like to acknowledge, by the way, Sunday Night Football, the score. Kansas City leaves the Jets 17-5.
Wow.
We've had a safety and a field goal. Patrick Mahomes just threw an interception after they got the ball back. And now the Jets have the football and are driving past midfield.
See, when I hear a score of 17-5, the first thing I think of is scoregami, which is all I'm rooting for right now. I wonder if 17-5, if that is a score that has occurred.
17-5 has occurred before. Scoregami writes in, the most likely scoregami is 27-8.
7-8. Oh, Kyler Wynn getting a shove from Parker White, gets a little sideways, and they're still able to keep it straight. And Buttafuoco and Butler will be the beneficiaries of that as they lead those top 2 rows.
Wyatt Tinsley's about to go a lap down.
Yep.
He's down here on the bottom, and they're going to blow his doors off right here. They've all moved up. Butler's still leading that outside lane, but Buttafuoco.
Oh,
Back
Kyler
to
Wynn
Wynn.
and Parker White going under
You
the yellow
can't do
line.
that.
Well,
Oh,
they
my
didn't advance
gosh.
their position,
Yeah,
technically.
Mercurio's going to do it as well. Oh, boy.
And Sean Butler getting hung up to drive for the lead there. Tyler Gary, Blake Reynolds dip to the bottom. It looks like they're going to have the mow, as we would call it right now. Nate Stewart trying to make a line in the middle, but no one is going with him.
Oh, man, now we got a lot of them. Oh, my God.
There they go.
Oh,
There
Matt
goes Sean.
Spalding.
Oh, he saved it.
They're able to keep it straight.
Zwack's
Matthew-
going to lose a lot of time, too, but that all started. Spalding made a very aggressive move to the outside, and he couldn't get it turned back the other way. He drove straight into the wall.
Yeah, he tried to go all the way from the bottom to the top, put himself in the fence, making contact. Sean Butler got a shove from behind from Michael P. Frisch. But, man, they were able to keep that straight. I can't believe no one got shoved into the inside fence there.
They have wrecked twice now for no caution. As they put Logan Helton the lap down there, that 63 who they just passed, the Firecracker 400 champ. Oh, boy.
Kyler Wynn shoving it up the middle 3 wide with a push from Falkingham. He's going to be able to clear. Falkingham getting a shove behind from the 4 of Nate Stewart, and it looks like they're going to be leading that middle.
Oh, man, another slow car down here on the bottom. We'll see. Do they go to the apron? No, they don't. I'm not watching the lead pack.
I was going to say, where's the slow
I
car?
was like, where's that?
I was
where's
wondering
that ghost
Butler.
car coming from?
Yeah, Butler was catching somebody. I forgot. I was sorry. I was preoccupied with something else. I was handling some business dealings here. Not really. Down the back straightaway they go. And things have kind of calmed down a little bit. Only 4 cars up there on the outside lane. And I'd imagine most of them are going to be getting down to the inside. We're probably, if I had to guess, getting to that stretch of the race where people are like, let's save a little fuel.
Well, I also think we're hitting that stretch after the 2 almost cautions we've had. We've kind of got a couple separate packs going on. We've got maybe, I'd say, 15 to 20 cars here in the lead. And then starting back with the Jackson car machine, he's got 6 or 7 cars that are all tailing off of him, and they're going to all be working together trying to catch this lead pack, hoping that those guys up in that lead pack side draft enough, and maybe they could just catch a whiff of the draft. They look to be about maybe 2 seconds off the pack right now.
And then there's this third group, 8 seconds back on the leaders, led by Joshua Chin. This is 26th on back. Oh, look at this.
Well, they're gonna
Parker White!
Oh, my God.
He saved it!
That's the most incredible thing I've ever seen.
We've had 3 almost wrecks, and everybody in that second pack is saying, come on, keep doing that, as they're able to cut that time down even more. I think they're probably a lap or 2 away from being able to catch the sniff of that lead draft. Sean Butler now leading that second pack with a push from Seth Knoll.
Let's see what lap times are here at the line. They're still a little bit off from the lead pack. Kyler Wynn, your leader. Botafuco second. Josh Parker leading the outside line. He's third. But still a long way to go.
And
here comes Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin McAdams, I think he was not able to get the edge at the line. Him getting a shove from Collins up the middle. Parker White trying to give a shove to that 441 machine of Josh Parker. But Kyler Wynn and Botafuco looks like they're going to have the mo coming out of turn 2.
Inside line's just been so dominant tonight. Lap car ahead. It's no Rocky. And he's just going to sit right on the bottom.
Gosh, that's going to make it 4 wide here. And again, with that second pack trying to catch, that's all they want is Botafuco here at the line. He's running a 49.9, and Seth Knoll, the leader of that second pack, he's able to run a 49.5. So they're catching by a couple of tenths.
Kolonik's got the fence. We stay green. He's got a lot of damage to the right side of that car.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be exactly what that second pack needed. I'm pretty sure they're going to be able to catch a whiff of that lead draft now, as they're all discombobulated. We now got Matt Spalding and Naraki falling back a little bit, Brian Mercurio and Niehoff, and everybody's just should be able to get in a line and form back up here and catch that lead pack.
So Josh Parker, your leader. Botafuco second, Nate Stewart third. Then it's Guest, McAdams, Parker White, Gary, and Moore back there.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers to wherever Universe Travis has gone off to, but it looks like Kevin getting the outside here, and getting the run, a push from Tyler Gary, him and Parker White. Looks like they're going to push Kevin McAdams to the lead here. There's still 3 wide up here in this lead pack. Looks like that second pack, probably looks like about 3.5 to 4 seconds back. They're all trying to get formed up, and it looks like Brian Mercurio trying to lead that line.
49 laps complete. Again, the end of stage 2 is lap 76. They're going to have to make a pit stop, though. Likely within about the next 12 laps.
Lap 76 will be when that second stage comes to an end. Looking at, not sure exactly when these guys pitted, but again, it's definitely going to have to be a green flag stop here sometime in the second stage. As everything's starting to get a little strung out here with all these different packs. You've got, it looks like about 3 distinctive packs here. You got one sitting about 3.5 seconds back, and then another that's about 4 seconds behind them, being led by Timu Toika. He's about 8.5 seconds back at the line this time.
Sebastian Barr in the lap car, they're putting a lap down there, and that's one of the playoff drivers. It's not what he wants to see, but right now he would be the free pass. No, he wouldn't. There's no Rockies in this lead pack, and he just passed him.
Yeah, it's definitely the time of the race as a driver when everything gets strung out. Again, there's not a whole lot of choices that you have. It's pretty much you got to shove the guy in front of you because you're trying to help your pack either maintain its lead or try and catch up. And again, there's not a whole lot going on as Nate Stewart tries to make the outside work and gets a little squirrely. Now he gets a little sideways, trying to give Matt Spalding a push here on the outside in the tri-oval.
Yeah, Michael Guest about turning him around coming off turn 4. See how they work with Spalding up there now.
And even with that lead pack too wide, it looks like they're still pulling a couple of tenths off of Lawson Peel leading that second pack. And Matt Spalding looks like he's going to get a shove here from Nate Stewart, and they're going to be fighting for the lead here.
Side by side, no side drafting yet.
And again, what that second pack's going to want, you can run too wide here, but typically if you're on the top, you're going to want to be all the way on the top to try and negate some of that side draft. But it looks like that outside line formed up, several Coke drivers, Nate Stewart, Matt Spalding, and then you've got Michael Guest. Parker White is going to be shooting to the inside with his NFR teammate there, Daniel Buttafuoco.
Stewart takes the lead, but not for long. Spalding right back to it. And he'll jump to the point. We're approaching 20 to go in stage number 2.
We got the real Mr. F4 Speed there in the chat. He asked who AI generated my voice. I guess your mom, technically, because you know I'm
trouble for Kevin McAdams. He has disappeared, similar to what we saw earlier while he was on pit road. So the Florida internet not holding up.
Florida internet. Robert Dorman also experiencing some falling out here. Again, side by side here with that lead pack. That's all that second pack wants, is they're able to close in about a second that last lap. Blake Reynolds now about 2.7 back of this lead pack, and they've got about a 5-car breakaway. McReynolds, Lawson Peel, Frisch, Sean Butler, and Cosman. They're all trying to shove, and if they can just get a small inkling of the draft here from Falkingham, I think they'll be in Jonathan Oates running here in this lead pack. I think they're going to be able to start running them down here. They're probably about a lap or two away with this lead pack side drafting and racing lead here.
So for Kevin McAdams, that's not what he needed. He is still out right now, 41st, a lap down. He's about to go another lap down. He was just 42 points in the 12th car of 12 that will move on to the next round. And a finish outside the top 40, even outside the top 30, would do no good for the driver of the 26. And Kevin's going to get eliminated from the first round unless he has a Herculean effort here and is able to waltz his way to victory lane.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Kevin. Naraki looking low. Looks like no one's going to go with him. Maybe his first 4 teammate there in Jonathan Oates will be there to give him a shove. Kyler Wynn getting pushed from Marin and Daniel Falkingham, and it looks like Daniel Buttafuoco, Matt Spalding making it 3 wide at the back of that pack.
Lap car ahead. That's Jonathan Goke that he'll catch. Here comes Buttafuoco to the bottom for the lead.
Yeah, Buttafuoco being pushed by Matt Spalding, Parker White as they give room to Jonathan Goke going an additional lap down. Looks like Michael P. Frisch now leading that second line. And as they're giving room to that lap car, I think they're going to start to be able to reel him in here a little bit. Jonathan Goke is also going to give him a little draft as he's falling off the lead pack a little bit, getting lapped. So that second pack probably only a lap or two away from being able to catch. Their speed, even the speed on the miles per hour is starting to pick up significantly. And they're running several tenths quicker than this lead pack here.
Tell you what, we will step aside and go to a break. 56 laps complete. We'll step aside. When we come back, green flag pit stops at the end of stage number 2. You're watching the Barr Visual FTF Cup Series from Talladega on FTF. We're back here on FTF, the Barr Visual FTF Cup Series, the Quinn Houff 500K from Talladega. We're midway through stage 2, and we're midway through green flag pit stops. We had some drivers come onto pit road that were up here at the front, like Daniel Buttafuoco, Parker White, Michael P. Frisch, Matt Spalding, Tyler Gary. They all made their stop. These folks up here have yet to come onto pit road, and we'll need to do that before we get to the end of the stage that we're 15 laps away from.
Yeah, only about 9 cars here in this lead pack, and then a small third pack there with Niehoff, Knoll, and Hawken. Teamy Toyka, Kevin King, Aaron Riolo, and Garrett Conrath. Again, just waiting to see when they're going to be able to come to pit road. But yeah, Daniel Buttafuoco, seems like a lot of those NFR guys pulling Buttafuoco, White, Frisch, they all came at the same time. So Trying to see, right now we're just at a point where everybody, you know, kind of lined up in a pack. They're trying to just pull off the fastest lap times they can, whether they pit, whether they haven't pit. Just trying to maximize the time, so when after green flag pit stops, they're either able to either break away or try and see how much time they can gain.
And that's what the leaders are doing right now, just riding it out. They may not win the stage, but they could be on a strategy here to get us to the end and have a shot to win on this strategy.
Even trying to extend the fuel as far as you can. You see Falkenham, he's probably just happy to ride in line here behind Marin. Kind of an unofficial gentleman's agreement, but given Marin, making sure that if a caution comes out, he'll be on the lead lap because he'll be on the tail end, but also given Falkenham, the one detriment you always have when you're a leader here at Talladega, especially with these next-gen cars, this package is fuel saving, and how when you're in the lead, you is such a detriment compared to all the people behind you that are able to save, being able to be in the drafts. So Falkenham probably just content to sit here and ride, be able to maybe have a couple extra laps of fuel at some point in the run, riding here behind Sebastian Marin. Oh, is it this pack? They're now coming to pit right now.
Here we go, and of course you can't see it because somebody put the stupid haulers in the way, but here they come onto pit road to make their stops.
It looks like Michael Guest just overshot a little bit there at the rear, but he's able to get in there, and the second pack also coming as well.
Look out, like, busy place.
It's like everybody was able to make it in quite smooth. Falkenham already pulling out of his box. Blake Reynolds, Josh Parker. Looks like most people here are taking 4 tires, having to wait on the fuel that they're going ahead and getting those, getting a 4-tire stop.
And that might be their only 4-tire change all night, if they could help it.
Yeah, definitely at other points, just like in the real life that you saw today, not having to, if there's another green flag pit stop, definitely want to try and minimize the time, or if you're able to save fuel and take a little bit less here, so taking the opportunity when you do have to fill it up all the way to be able to go ahead and get those 4 tires, get that change out of the way.
So this is the race for the lead right here, the 048 of Sebastian Marin. That's a lap car. Nate Stewart coming out your leader. Then Kyler Wynn, Daniel Falkenham, your top 3.
So it looks like these top 3, they're definitely going to get caught by this pack behind. It'll be about 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars here in this second pack. So it looks like we're going to have a lead pack of about 11 cars, and then a couple discombobulated packs. The damaged Sean Butler, Niehoff, and Brandon Hawken looks like they'll kind of round out the next 3 positions, but they're not going to be as well formed up than with Sean having damage. It looks like it's now turning into about a 12, as Travis would say, a 12-horse show at the dog races.
Things starting to accordion together back up here at the front. As we, this time by, will have 11 laps to go in stage number 2.
It looks like that outside line forming up a little bit, and even 3 wide here at the back of this lead pack. Looks like the NFR drivers, again, taking the lead here in the middle with Buttafuoco, Parker White, Falkenham giving him a shove. And then Sebastian Marin here trying to fight to either stay on the tail end of the lead lap or be able to stay in that lucky dog position. No, as Parker White looks to the outside of Buttafuoco, and they're going 3 wide.
Parker White, he's won 11 times this year. Why not try and do it a 12th time, right? The push from Lawson Peel puts the 011 back out in front.
Lawson Peel looking low, though. He's going to be able to try and take the lead here as that middle and the bottom lane fall back a little bit. Lawson Peel trying to take advantage, but it looks like Buttafuoco now coming with a charge from the middle. Looks like they're going to go around the lap machine here of Cosman. Looks like he will fall a lap down. Again, he'll probably try and stay in contention here, as now it's going to be a battle for the lucky dog between him and Sebastian Marin.
Duke it out, 10 to go, stage 2. Oh, Buttafuoco turned onto the
Buttafuoco.
flat.
Yeah, looks like he just got a bit of a bad shove there from Daniel Falkingham, but was able to keep it straight. Do we want to count that as the 4th almost caution, or just keep it at 3? I think maybe that one shouldn't count.
I think we just keep it at 3.
Keep it at 3.
And that's just 3 that we've seen. There may be more that we've missed.
Right.
Falkingham, your leader. Lawson Peel, second. And Parker White, Spalding, Michael Guest, your top 5. Here comes Guest to the outside.
Guest coming with a good shove from Kyler Wynn. And even Cosman, he's 3rd in that outside line, and then being pushed by his Mickey Mouse teammate there, Kevin McAdams. I'm sure if Kevin being 3 laps down, if there's any way he can help Cosman try and fight for this lucky dog here in the case we do get a caution. But Michael Guest coming with the big shove, and he'll be clear low if he wants it entering the tri-oval.
He'll stay up top for now. Now he's clear. He stays up top. And Parker, no, Kyler Wynn, going to look for the middle. Guest shuts the door and drops to the bottom.
It would be a Talladega when most feel like they have a shot, possibly having the same stage winner for the first 2 stages here in Michael Guest. But as it is, he has the lead here with Falkingham behind, and then Lawson Peel trying to make out in that 3rd spot there on the bottom. The top's trying to get formed up, but just doesn't seem like they have enough momentum just yet.
Maybe not even enough cars. With the smaller pack, it's tougher to get something rolling upstairs.
And it looks like in this second pack, looking at their times, they were about 8-9 seconds back, and it looks like they're kind of sitting at 11 seconds back. So not making up time as of right now, even with the side draft and going up here at the lead.
Off turn number 2, Guest still out in front. Falkingham right behind. You've got Peel on the inside in 3rd, Wynn leading the outside line, and now they're going to move up the racetrack here. Take that middle line away. They'll move all the way up to the top of the racetrack, and Wynn will say, all right, that was weird. Thank you very much. And him and Cosman will go to the front.
You give Kyler Wynn a chance to take a run, of course he's going to take it. And he's going to try and battle along Guest here, being pushed by the lack car of Cosman. And it looks like Guest is going to be able to edge him out at the line here. But again, Kyler Wynn trying to make something happen here on the bottom. Let's say as they go around the lap machine, and that is Jonathan Goke. Jonathan Goke will going for his 2nd lap down.
6 laps to go. Right on board out the back of Michael Guest.
Oh, Kevin gets a little bit of a shot. He's going to ease on out of that 3rd lane. Be able to drift on back here just a little bit. Looks like Falkingham still giving that shove to Guest. Cosman switching lanes, leaving Kyler out to dry, and it looks like that middle is starting to get the momentum.
Michael Guest, the Pied Piper right now as they move around the racetrack. 5 to go in the stage. Let's see if Falkingham gets a run. Looks like he has one. Will he stay with Guest or will he move out of line? He stays right in there.
Yeah, right now as a driver, you're just praying that everybody just stay in line. You know, maybe these guys at the front, they're able to duke it out a little bit. But if you're in any of these packs in the back, all you're thinking is, hey, we got to make up as much time as we can and be able to stay in line. And you're just praying these guys at the front start getting a little racy. But even if you're at the front, you know, make sure everybody stays in line, stays smart, and make sure that you don't give a chance for all these 20 or so odd cars that are off the lead pack to be able to have a chance to catch up, as Sebastian Marin shooting to the bottom. And it looks like he's going to get a shot here from Nate Stewart as Nate's going to the lead, pushing that lap car, and now Sebastian Barron will be on the tail end.
Oh, yeah. That's a very good point, Phil.
Oh, wow. Travis, are you okay?
Wow.
I'm all right. I'm all right.
Not half left?
Huh?
Instead of being all right, you're half right, half left?
Wow.
I see that little play on words that you did there.
Okay, that was something. That was something.
Yep.
Well, Travis, as you've been sitting back and observing for the last 20 minutes intently, what are the things that have been going through your mind?
Well, actually, what happened? I got a phone call, and I took that phone call, and then I had preheated my oven a little bit ago, and I put my pizza in the oven, and then about the time I was done with that phone call, the pizza was done. So I had a slice or two of the pizza, and then I moseyed my way back on in here to see Michael Guest leading, Daniel Falkingham, Kyler Wynn, Matt Spalding, Blake Reynolds, Daniel Buttafuoco, Nate Stewart, Michael P. Frisch, Parker White, and Jonathan Oates here in the top 10. The inside lane seems to be dying out just a little bit. Only 3 cars, maybe 4 down there. There's actually a few more cars barely holding on to this pack who are running the bottom. But I would suspect if they got to run, they're going to go up here and try to join that momentum on the outside lane. It'll be the start of lap 75 here, Jacob. Michael Guest leads.
2 to go on the stage. And they will have to make one more stop. At least one more stop to make it to the end on fuel. We've been caution free since a little before the end of stage number 1. Let's see how racy these guys get. Well, this is true. They've wrecked. They just haven't had a caution for it.
That's true. Oh! Spalding pulled down to the bottom in front of Kyler Wynn. And that was a close call, but he might make it work. He's going to try to get all the way to the lead. But Guest, right there on that right rear, trying to bring him back. I think Spalding is not going to be clear at the line, but it was not for a lack of effort. I mean, he made all the right moves there. Guest was just able to bring it back.
Oh, and Guest comes down on Falkingham. They make contact, and somehow they're able to keep it going straight again.
Last lap, stage 2. They're not done yet. Wrecking. I can't believe they held on to that.
Yeah, we're going to have to add a 4th tally to the wrecking in this run, but it looks like Michael Guest somehow still able to hang on, but I guarantee Reynolds and Parker White are going to be coming with the run here.
Oh, yeah, this one ain't over.
5 drivers that are in the playoffs make up your top 5. Here they come off turn 4 of the stage. Reynolds looks low. Reynolds looks high. He doesn't have any help. Parker White looking to the bottom. It doesn't matter. Michael Guest will win stage 2 at Talladega.
What? What was that?
I don't know if they realized that was the end of the stage, guys. Yeah. I really don't.
Oh, that's stupid. They ran single file. Well, I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry you had to see that.
A disgusting act.
Yeah, I'm sure the finish of the race will be better.
Well, gosh, and now what everybody's favorite site is, right at the Talladega BR line, as everybody gets formed up here on the top. Travis, I gotta ask though, what brand of oven-baked pizza did you go with?
I don't even remember. It was like one of those Times or Tough ones though that come in the plastic. And I almost forgot to take the cardboard off the bottom of it.
I don't think you have to take the cardboard off.
Oh, you don't? I didn't think putting cardboard in the oven was a good idea.
I'm pretty sure if you look at some of the DiGiorno's, I think it'll tell you to leave it in there.
Really?
Now, was this what was on the pizza? Was it just cheese? Did we have a little pepperoni action? Or okay?
Just some cheese. It set me back about $3, but it's a good pizza. I mean, there's a good size, good taste, good flavor. I'll probably have more of it here shortly. As Buttafuoco's gone down to the inside, and guys, I mean, they're hurtling towards the final laps. The stakes reach their peak. The checkered flag's gonna flutter like a beacon of destiny, a symbol of triumph and conquest. Victory is within reach, but so too is calamity. These cars locked in a high-speed dance of destiny navigate the final turns, and it's a spectacle to see as we're in the home stretch here.
39 to go. It's a pretty long stretch. Lawson Peel takes the lead. Michael Frisch in second. We've talked about him hit or miss tonight, but not a lot since the field kind of fragmented apart with the mini crashes that were all saved and didn't bring out a caution.
We got 69 viewers here.
Nice. What'd you guys have for dinner? I feel like I've talked about myself. What'd you guys eat?
So I had some chicken thighs with a little barbecue sauce on it, seasoning. Had some Brussels sprouts. They were cooked in the oven for about 30 minutes.
See, now you
had
lost
a little
me.
bit of, had a little bit of soy sauce on those.
My God, it keeps getting worse.
Yeah, had a roll, a little oven baked roll, and then had an oven baked sweet potato, or as we would say in the South, a sweet potato. It was a quite nutritious, very nice meal. I'll say I really enjoyed it.
I'd have had a rumbling stomach if those were my options, I'm afraid, or I'd have had a DoorDash order in the works, because I'm sure it tasted great, but I'm a very picky eater, and I'm a very basic eater.
So what I really wanted, and this was a debate within the family, I really wanted some cream corn with it, and I was rejected. Cream corn will be coming later in the week, apparently, at a dinner, but not for tonight.
Its flight was delayed?
No, they wanted proper vegetables, and they said cream corn, being in a can, that it was not proper. But I'm a huge fan of cream corn.
I don't like corn in general.
I don't like corn, but I do like cream corn.
I don't like cream corn either. Not once have I ever looked at corn and thought, man, that'll hit the spot.
See, I am a big corn fan, big corn advocate over here.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, do you support big corn, or do you like some of the more homegrown, like mom and pop corns grown in the backyard?
I would say for like corn on the cob or something, that's more local. Okay. There's a stand nearby that we frequently visit in the summertime. But like if it's like just corn off the cob or whatever, that will get like frozen from the store. Nothing.
You ever thought about growing a few ears? We did that
if we had the room for it. Had the room for it, maybe the talent for it. But,
it was not that hard. It really was not hard.
Yeah, I've got to say, for some reason, corn on the cob is just, I don't like it. It gets in my teeth. Like, I love corn.
That's that's the lone downside, I think, is then it does get stuck in your teeth. Otherwise, I'm all for it.
I would say I have a bone to pick with corn on the cob, but really I've just got a toothpick because I'm having to dig all of that shit out of my teeth.
Yeah, I'm not a big corn guy. But I'm not really big on many fruits or vegetables. I stick to the basic meats and
starches.
Junk food. Yeah. There's a few things that...
I know. I'm thinking after this race, there is a lasagna that you can put in the microwave. It takes 12 or 13 minutes together.
I don't like lasagna.
Really?
No, not only can I not spell it, I do not want to eat it.
Huh.
Is it the noodles you don't like? Is it
the taste mostly?
The taste. So, are you a fan of spaghetti? I know it's kind of comparable. It's not the same as spaghetti, but it's comparable.
I'm gonna say something quite controversial here.
Uh-oh.
Not a big spaghetti guy.
Really?
Yeah,
No.
I take offense to that.
I couldn't tell you the last time that I had just spaghetti.
Yeah.
I had a baked spaghetti this week from a Greek store, or a Greek restaurant, and it was freaking fabulous.
I'm not big on Italian food or Greek food or really anything like that. I don't. I like pizza, obviously, but I don't like Olive Garden, and I don't like places like that. Never have. Which Olive Garden, I don't know. Maybe it's just the crowd it brings in too, but I just always I don't know. I avoid Olive Garden at all costs.
Man, I'll say I can always go for some Olive Garden breads.
Well, those are good. Those are phenomenal, actually. I will say those are the redeeming quality. And I haven't been to an Olive Garden, as now they're 3 wide up here for the lead, but I have not been to an Olive Garden in quite some time. Maybe there's something on the menu I'd like. Maybe if I went there and had me a considerable amount of wine and breadsticks, I'd probably enjoy it.
There you go.
I'll forgive you.
I appreciate that.
Huge lover of Italian.
I'm
especially.
happy we can put our differences aside and still have a friendship.
Oh
Right.
yeah,
Right.
100%. You know, we may not see eye to eye on that, but you know, like you matter too much to me, Travis.
I
And with
appreciate
that,
that.
we'd like to thank Travis Brown for his time. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
32
I haven't
to
been
go.
fired yet for my mishap earlier,
Yeah.
so that's good. Oh man,
boy.
Parker White got a shot in the rear from Sean Butler there down the back straightaway, and that really knocked him all out of sorts. He was able to gather it up, but it killed that inside line.
Yeah, it didn't do a lot of good. And everybody to the top side of the racetrack. Now, what we're going to see, guys, here shortly are some of the folks that pitted early on that last green flag cycle, like Parker White, Daniel Botafuco, Michael P. Frisch, Matt Spalding. Those folks are going to have to come to pit road here within the next couple of laps. They are going to be cutting it close to the end on fuel. 31 to go right now.
Yeah, I'm thinking everybody's going to try and go as long as they can, right? Now at this point, when everybody's coming, I guarantee most of these guys aren't going to be taking 2 tires. They're not going to be taking 4. They're going to be taking no tires. And they're going to try and take as little fuel as possible. So the people who pitted later, they're going to be able to spend just a slightly less time on pit road. And, you know, they're probably trying to save fuel right now just to see what they can squeeze a little more out and then have a little less fuel to be able to add. If anybody's got that auto fuel on, they'll be turning down the margins and seeing what they can get.
No takers that time, at least from our front pack. It's 11 cars on the lead lap that are in this top group. A lot of lapped cars in here as well. Among them, Sebastian Marin, Cosman, Brian Mercurio, Sean Butler. Wyatt Tinsley is in there. He's a couple laps down.
I will say about the only chance that this second pack has, this top group, they've all kind of migrated to the top. Kyler Wynn leading that outside line. And the last lap, Matthews Wack, the leader of that second pack, was able to knock 7/10 into that lead gap. And they're all hunkered around the bottom. Let's be about 10, from 12th on back. So about 15 cars in that second pack. They're all hugging the bottom, trying to work together. So I'm wondering if this lead pack running the outside here, and that second pack, that last lap, made up almost another 0.8 of a second. They're now down to 7.3. So I'm wondering if this lead pack, if they want to try and get formed up here on the bottom, as this second pack looks to be formed up, and they're trying everything they can to try and catch.
.28 to go here this time by. Kyler Wynn, your leader. The car on the inside is a lap car. That's Sebastian Marin. Kevin McAdams, the lone taker to pit road. That last time by, he was 3 laps down. Kyler Wynn drops to the bottom, holds on to the lead. Now he goes back up, trying to protect the top, and Peel is there. 3 wide.
Now 3 wide. We've got a couple of cars that are already calling out that they're going to be pitting. The 45 of Matt Spalding is probably going to be coming to pit road. Again, that second pack, another 0.8 that they chipped. Now that lead gap down to 6.8. So as this side drafting is going on up here, that second pack, that's all they want to see is this side draft and these guys racing hard. But again, depends on who's going to be coming to pit. I know Matt Spalding called it out. I believe Tyler Gary may have come out over the radio. So we'll see who peels off in this lead pack right here. Looks like Parker White, Michael Frisch, Daniel Botafuco, Matt Spalding are coming to pit road.
Wyatt Tinsley there as well, one of the lap cars. And they make it onto pit road just fine.
Almost that entire second pack came as well. Almost everybody in that second pack. Actually, no, everybody in that second pack did come onto pit road as well.
There they are. Kevin King in there, David L. Brown, Tyler Gary, Sander Nyhoff, amongst more. Meanwhile, the leaders are down the backstretch.
The leaders all calling out that they're coming to pit road this time. So I imagine everybody else here in this lead pack that's left on the track will be off here.
Let's see. Falkingham will stay out. Sean Butler will as well. He's a lap down. So Falkingham, the only lead lap car willing to stay out.
Oh, boy.
And he's only going to be able to make it. He might be able to make it 2 more laps, if that, before he has to pit and he runs out of fuel.
Oh, we got one car sideways on the apron, all by themselves coming to exiting pit road. That is the 45 machine of Luke, or the 54 machine of Lucas Plussel, but he's able to get it going.
Do you guys think we'll get another caution? Let's be honest. We're all adults here. This is a conversation we can all have, and I think remain civil.
Personally, I don't think we're going to have a caution.
I disagree with you. I think you're completely wrong. I think you're honestly, I am ashamed to share a booth with someone so wrong. That there is no way we go green to the end.
Okay, so if we're going to sit here and have a debate, let's present our sides and our evidence. So once everything gets separated, I think everything just gets single file. You might have some racing here in the lead pack, but everything in the back,
trouble on the apron,
caution comes out.
What did I say?
I stand corrected.
Matthew Zwack has spun, and the caution is out. Well, did we jinx the hell out of that, or what?
I just knew. I mean, I had that feeling in my gut.
Well, it looks like Tyler Gary got a shove.
This is the replay. Tyler Gary, you're right, shoved by Hawken, and he comes up into Joshua Chin and into the 7 of Matthew Zwack. And it brings out the caution with 25 laps to go. Another angle here. Oh, pow. Man. It's a lot of damage for Zwack.
Oh, and he wasn't finished either.
That's another playoff driver. He was just 79 points above the cut line coming into tonight. Remember, we send 4 drivers packing once this race is said and done. On board with Zwack. That don't sound good.
Well,
Travis, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing to extend my sincerest apologies for the inaccurate prediction I made during my commentary at the recent auto race at Talladega. As a commentator, it is my responsibility to provide accurate and insightful analysis to enhance the viewer experience. And in this instant, I fell short of that standard. During the race, I confidently stated that a wreck would not occur, and unfortunately, a wreck did indeed take place shortly after my comment. My intention is always to provide accurate and informative commentary to enhance the understanding and enjoyment of the race for our audience. I take full responsibility for my mistake, and I assure you that I will be more diligent in my analysis. Thank you for your time and consideration. Sincerely, Phil McCandless.
I want to acknowledge and accept your apology for the inaccuracies that occurred during your commentary of this race. I understand that mistakes can happen, and I appreciate your professionalism in addressing the situation. Commentating live events, as we all know, especially fast-paced races like the one we've just covered, is a challenging task, and occasionally errors are part of the process. I recognize your commitment to delivering accurate and engaging commentary to our viewers, and I value the effort you put into your work. I also understand that you take your role seriously and are committed to maintaining the high standards of our broadcast team. Rest assured, Bill, that I view this incident as an opportunity for growth and improvement, both for you and our entire crew. I believe in your abilities as a commentator, and I look forward to working together to provide the best possible viewing experience for our audience for the rest of this one. Your dedication to the sport and your willingness to take responsibility for your mistakes demonstrates your professionalism and integrity. Thank you for addressing this issue promptly and for your continued dedication to our broadcast. We appreciate your passion for racing and your commitment to delivering top-notch commentary.
I'm sorry, the high standard of FTF.GG? Yeah?
Yeah.
The high standard?
Verily, it is with great pleasure and joy that I doth extol the virtues and splendors of mine dear friend Travis. In the annals of time, his character doth shine as brightly as the morn sun, casting a a radiant glow upon the hearts of all who art fortunate enough to cross his path. In the realm of knowledge and wisdom, Travis doth stand as a sage of unparalleled stature. His intellect, akin to the finest scholars of our age, hath illuminated the minds of those fortunate to seek his counsel. With sagacity and erudition, he doth unravel the mysteries of the world, leaving all in awe of his profound insight. As a friend, Travis is a treasure beyond measure. His camaraderie, akin to the closest of confidence, brings solace and mirth to the weariest of souls. His heart overflowing with compassion and kindness hath touched the lives of many, leaving an indelible mark upon their hearts. In this epoch, as in any, Travis doth stand as a paragon of virtue, a beacon of light in a world oft fraught with darkness. To him is to be blessed, for in his presence one findeth not only a friend, but a noble soul, whose virtues shall be celebrated for generations. I sincerely appreciate you, my dear friend, Travis.
Well, partner, I reckon you're as sharp as a cactus needle on a sunny day. Your grit and gumption shine like the noonday sun on the prairie, and you're a fine example of true frontier spirit. Yeehaw!
CW Racing 71 writes in, still better than Jamie Little. I believe that is a factual statement.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
I'm not.
I'm going to decline comment.
The Truck Series would be better if we broadcasted it.
Yeah, there are times, in the words of Dale Gribble, that broadcast makes me envy the deaf and the blind, but I'm not going to come out and say that publicly.
It hurts. It just hurts to watch. Meanwhile, it hurts to watch for Chiefs fans. The Jets have scored with 10:40 to go in the third quarter. It is 20-18. The Jets are going for two to try and tie it. The jury is out on whether or not they've tied it. But we're about to go to green. 21 laps to go from Talladega. Green flag is back in the air. Kyler Wynn and Lawson Peel lead us down. The field is bunched back together. 30 cars on the lead lap. 21 to go.
And it's not taking long for the Gold Rush to try and send it three wide as Nate Stewart looking below Daniel Falkingham. And they're three wide already for about 3 to 4 rows back. Oh, man. Michael Guest.
Oh, my God. I'm sorry. It's hard to watch. I sound constipated when I'm watching this, but Blake Reynolds went up so high in turns 1 and 2 that there wasn't even room for his shadow on the wall. I mean, I did not think it was going to work out, but he made it work.
Tyler Wynn leading the top. Lawson Peel leading the bottom. Coming to 20 to go. I think the important question now is, guys, will we see another caution? I'm guessing yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm afraid of predicting, but I think we will.
The Jets got it. We're tied at MetLife.
Really?
Oh, they're going to Lawson Peel's getting a turn in front of the field.
Terrible block on Falkingham. Frisch is in it. Aaron Smith. Oh, boy. Well, that was ugly.
Jake, I think you called it right right at the moment. Yeah. I don't know if we're going to need a replay to look at that, but Yeah, Daniel Falkingham just gets underneath Lawson Peel, and Lawson doesn't think he's there yet. And surprisingly, it doesn't look like. It looks like there could have been a lot more carnage.
Yeah. Oh, Daniel Botafuco gets involved in that. We're going to need to go on board with the 4 of Nate Stewart. Watch this. So here we come down the front straightaway. They look high. Buckingham looks low. And the seas part.
Wow. I mean, you'd think for Nate Stewart to avoid anything, you might need divine intervention, but he definitely had it that time as he was able to, everybody just cleared out in front of him.
He sits 4th unofficially. Michael Guestgord is your leader, then Kyler Wynn, Timu Toika, Nate Stewart, and Parker White are your top 5 here at Talladega. While we have a caution, because we're not going to beat this to the end of the race, we're going to take one last break. 19 to go, the finish of the Quinn Howe 500K. Next, you're watching the Barr Visual FTF Cup Series on FTF. We're back here on FTF, here from Talladega Superspeedway. 18 laps to go under caution. We'll get the one to go this time by Jacob Hitz, Travis Brown, Philip McCandless. With you, Michael Guest is currently your race leader. Will he stay there and win himself into the next round of the playoffs? He came in to tonight 58 points above the cut line. He did win a stage already tonight, so he has a good amount of stage points. But I know he would love to go to victory lane and make it pretty easy on himself looking ahead to the next round. That next round consists of the Roval next week, Las Vegas in 2 weeks, and Homestead in 3 weeks.
I think he's going to hold on. I do. He's a good plate racer. He's aggressive. I think he'll wreck the hell out of somebody if need be. I think he's got everything it takes. If I was a betting man, I'd put money on him.
As you come to the choose here, looks like the first 3 cars all chose the outside here. Michael Guest, Matt Spalding, Teray, looks like they're all at the top.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Certainly so.
Oh, no, wait, my apologies. Michael Guest, Kyler Wynn, and Kimi Toyka.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I know who you are. All right, so we'll have 16 laps to go on the restart. We still have 29 cars on the lead lap. If we were to get another caution, the battle would be between Ryan Nalraki, Art Reimer, Kevin McAdams, Justin Lisenby, Alex Carr for the free pass. Daniel Falkingham is still on the pit lane right now getting service. His night is done. He came into tonight with a 90-point buffer above the cut line. So Daniel Falkingham, who came on late in the playoffs, he may not make it out of this first round. Nobody is safe. We'll find out who's in and who's out at night's end. Meanwhile, we're back to green. Michael Guest, your leader. Nate Stewart did not get a great restart there on that inside line compared to the top side.
Yeah, didn't get the greatest of restarts, but Kevin King trying to take advantages. They're already 4 wide around David Brown. Number 41 of Brian Mercurio sending it low. David's a playoff driver getting suckered through the middle.
Jeez, did you see that? Jonathan Oates about sent Wyatt Tinsley to the hospital there off turn 2.
Oh, and we
Kevin
got one getting shuffled. Reynolds getting shuffled into 3. He stuck a nose under Reynolds, and I thought we were going to end up with a similar situation to the one we had in turn 1 just a few laps ago. Reynolds going to give way, and now he's got Guest running all up on him, and my God, what a shot from Guest.
Lawson Peel coming to pit road. Never mind, back to the front.
Yeah, that shot from Guest definitely giving Blake Reynolds the shove he wanted, as looks like he's going to be even with Nate Stewart going into 1, but Kevin King giving a good shot to Nate Stewart leading the bottom.
How about this guy? Where did he come from? Jordan Worth. He's into the top 10.
Well, he's a hell of a plate racer. I mean, we see it all the time as Tyler Gary's going to try to go to the middle lane, and we've got a lot of people going for the same spot there, and they all are able to navigate it safely. And just as we talk about him now, Jordan Worth going to get shuffled up there on that 3rd lane. He has no help for at least 3 more rows. Finally, he's going to get the 6 machine on his rear bumper, but he lost quite a few spots there. As back up here at the front, Tyler Gary to the high side.
He takes 2nd. Guest drops to the bottom for Nate Stewart. Here comes Gary for the lead.
Oh, that
and
was a little premature, I think. Oh, my God, they shuffled him.
Yeah, and just like Jordan Worth got shuffled high, Blake Reynolds currently getting the same treatment right now. Tyler Gary leading on the bottom, and it looks like Kyler Wynn with a push from Matt Spalding will be able to contend for the lead here down the backstretch.
All sorts
Tyler
of pushing
Wynn
and
leading.
shoving. Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh,
God.
Spalding.
Oh, man. There's just too much wiggling. There's far too much wiggling. Too many people have the back and forths, and they're gonna come to blows eventually, Jacob.
Cosman was lapped no more than 30 laps ago, and here he is on the lead lap, sitting in 2nd, looking for the lead. You're defending, not defending. He won the 500-mile race that we run at Daytona last year. Here he is now fighting for the lead, and he gets shuffled out.
Yeah, just as we mentioned, Cosman and the commentator's curse, he starts to fall back a little bit. Looks like he'll fall in 2nd in that middle line. Kyler Wynn leading the bottom, but Matt Spalding and Tyler Gary going to go high with a push from Michael Guest and Nate Stewart.
Oh, and a lot of them getting the wall down the back straightaway. When they start pushing the pusher, we saw it early in this one, they start bouncing off the wall. As Worth's moved down to the inside lane, Gary and Spalding both go down to block. And for the time being, it's calm at the front, but it is not in the back. It is a hornet's nest back there in the back, and they're beating Reagan. God, I can't believe they didn't wreck right there.
Yeah, I can see
Toyka.
Toyka sideways, but he's able to keep it straight. Matt Spalding still the head of the field at the front with Tyler Gary, but Michael Guest is going to be coming with the run from Nate Stewart.
And look at the inside line. Where did it go? It receded faster than Kevin Harvick's hairline, and everybody stuck up at the top of the racetrack.
Well, down the back straightaway, it's calmed down just a little bit, and my God, the positions were changing so quick there, we could hardly keep up with it. Worth went from almost leading this thing to 12th in a lap.
Yeah, Cosman goes to the bottom, doesn't get the help he wants, but Nate Stewart coming through the middle will have a shot that he wants from David Brown. Nate Stewart trying to get up alongside Tyler Gary. Matt Spalding still leads it coming through the tri-oval.
11 laps to go. Spalding out in front, Gary fighting back. Here comes Sean Butler, shot out of a cannon. He is not on the lead lap in that 32. He's going to push Guest to the outside.
Tyler Gary making his number 8 automobile awfully wide as he goes to the top. Sean Butler now in the lead in that middle lane, and David Brown now leading that bottom.
Well, Spalding jumped up there to block Gary. Gary gets into the rear bumper, but I think Gary's going to try to lag back and get the run he needs. Is Spalding right down in front of Stewart off into 3. Oh, he's making that thing wide, but that makes me nervous, Jacob.
Yeah, they can't do this for 10 more laps without wadding them up. Single file, first 5 cars, make it first 3 cars now as Josh Chin pulls out a line. He gets a bump from, I know who you are, Sean Butler. Here comes David Brown. He needs a win if he wants to move on in the playoffs. Here he goes to the front.
Yeah, David Brown stuck at middle but didn't have the help, and Joshua Chin and Sean Butler now shoot to his outside, and it looks like David's going to get suckered right there in the middle. Matt Spalding tries to come up and block the run. Now he's going to get suckered in the middle as Joshua Chin battles for the lead.
Yeah, it's about worst case scenario for Spalding. Now he's going to have to... Oh,
there he goes! Into Guest, down into Cortez.
Man.
Caution's out.
Spalding came out of that okay. I don't think there's much, if any, damage on him. The same cannot be said for some of these other guys, though. I think McAdams got it stopped back there before he got in it too bad, but there were some guys who really just clobbered the wall.
Here's the first replay, and that's a bad push there from David L. Brown into the 45. You see Cortez, Lisenby. You saw McAdams bounce off. Same with Michael P. Frisch.
Yeah, it looks like as Matt Spalding got kind of suckered in the middle, David Brown, he did give a bad shove, but also David Brown, he is getting pushed from behind, so not much he could do to back out of it, but a little misalignment on the bumpers there sends Matt Spalding into the fence, and the chaos is kind of created from that. You see right here on the replay, Matt Spalding just a little too slow as that line came in running up on him.
It was just, it was time. It was going to happen. We knew it was going to happen. And
David L. Brown.
Unfortunately, it was Spalding who had to be the unfortunate victim there to get caught in the middle.
And he gets through with no problem.
Oh, boys, we're going to re-rack them, restack them, and do it with about what? When they go green, there'll be 6-7 laps to go, somewhere in there?
I think 7. No.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we've been on a wild ride here at Talladega Super Speedway, but now we're in the final stretch of this heart-pounding race with just 10 laps to go. Get ready to hold onto your hats and tighten those seatbelts because the most electrifying moment is upon us. The tension in the air is thicker than molasses on a cool morning. These drivers have been drafting and jockeying for position all day, and now they're about to unleash their inner daredevils. It's a high-speed chess match at over 200 miles per hour, where one wrong move can lead to disaster or glory. The roar of the engines has never been louder. The fans have never been more ecstatic. The stakes have never been higher. These fearless combatants are about to make a move that could define their racing careers. And you're about to witness it all right here live on FTF_GG as the pace car pulls off the track and the green flag waves, they'll be unleashing their horses like gunslingers in the Old West. The draft trains will form, alliances will be tested, and the adrenaline will surge like a stampede of wild stallions. So buckle up, folks, and get ready for a showdown that's hotter than a campfire in the Texas night. It's a 10-lap shootout at Talladega where bravery, strategy, and pure horsepower collide in a spectacle that'll have you on the edge of your seat until that checkered flag flies. Yeehaw, this is Talladega. I don't know why it said yeehaw again. I did not give it Western keywords. And anything can happen in these final thrilling laps.
So I asked to write a poem about Talladega with 10 laps to go and then make it rhyme. Would you like to hear it?
I would love to hear it, Phil.
Okay. Talladega's hearts, where engines roar, with just 10 laps to go, they seek to soar. On the asphalt ribbon, they blaze the way in this high-speed dance where legends sway. 10 laps to glory, a short and fierce fight in the fading twilight under stadium lights. At Talladega, where the brave hearts play, they race for victory in the dying day. So let the engines roar, let the spirits ignite as they race towards glory in the Talladega night, even the night. With just 10 laps to go, they'll risk it all in this thrilling battle where champions stand tall.
Wow. That was beautiful.
I think it, yeah.
Brought a tear to my light. Brought a tear to my eye.
I am looking to see who's able to get this upset here. We got a couple of guys, a lot of people up here have not won this year because, you know, Parker White is a robber and has stolen everything from everybody. But we got a couple, Joshua Chin, Nate Stewart, Blake Reynolds. I know Blake Reynolds was able to get a win this year. Cosman Inoshu and Jordan Worth, Josh Parker.
He's what?
I don't know how to pronounce Cosman's last name, and I'm not
Inoshu.
Like, you start it with, like, the sound of a U?
More, Yon rhymes with loan.
Yon, okay.
Yoneshu.
Somewhere like a, oh, yeah, okay. So a Yoneshu.
That is the
Yoneshu.
that is the definition or the
Or
phonics
I own a shoe. Would that be a replacement? I appreciate Ethan chat helping me out there.
See, I thought that's what it was, but I have been told that is incorrect.
I have butchered it multiple times for multiple years.
There's a reason I just say Cosman most of the time, especially if I'm in a call and we're about to hit the chip here, coming to a restart or something. It's just Cosman done.
That's a good one.
Wouldn't it technically be like Cosme or something like, you know?
Yes,
oh
yes.
Oh my God!
But
No, my God.
Well, you know what, Travis? That's his
factually
name.
correct.
I want to be.
Is it actually Cosmine?
Per
yeah,
him, yes.
He's from
Cosmin
Romania.
Ionescu, I believe, is the.
Well, why don't we call him Cosmine? I've been calling him Cosman for years.
Well, everybody else has been calling him Cosmin for years, and I think it's just. I don't know. Whatever.
Well,
You have to
Maybe
ask
6 laps
the
to
man
go.
that has the name on the driver's license, not us. Here we go. 6 to go. Joshua Chin on the gas early. He is gone with Cosman on the back bumper.
Yeah, that outside lane did not get the start they needed. Nate Stewart leaning back, but it looks like he's going to pull in behind Cosman, and he's going to shoot to the bottom, looking for the lead with a shove from Blake Reynolds.
oh man, that was really close there. Cosman moved up a little late. Oh, and we have one real loose further back. I think it was Oates or somebody around Oates. They gather it up, but already they are 3 wide, and oh man, Moorbad pushes up here at the front.
Oh, there they go.
Oh, we got
there they go.
Ray turned on the inside.
With Hawken, caution's out.
We're going to be flirting with overtime here.
I think we might get a normal green-white checker. A little surprised the caution came out for that. Oh, I'm blinking.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
no.
The stream's
Do you
dead.
have Spectrum? You have Spectrum?
No, this is Comcast. Yeah,
no.
Stand by.
Yeah, you're back on Discord. You're back on the
Yeah.
Discord stream.
Yeah, I didn't know I disappeared on Discord. Okay, here we go. We're coming back.
Yeah,
I still have the red box of death in OBS, but I think that's just because we're catching up. Okay, I think we're back now. We are under caution. Single car spin with Spencer Ray. And let's take a look here. Down the back straightaway. We may have dropped about 2,000 streams frames or so, but here is why we're under the caution flag.
Just an
Hawkins.
unfortunate set of circumstances there.
Wow.
You just look at Hawkins trying to make it, just kind of got an unexpected run, and instead of checking up, decides to go under the apron there, and eventually he got to make the corner.
Yikes.
Imagine
Well,
that.
he made it.
Yeah, he did make it.
The guy on the outside, not so much, but
Yeah, the poor guy in the 6 car entered it backwards, but he made it.
so
Man.
wow. Puts Josh Chin in the race lead.
It sure does. And I mean, this is going to be a real barn burner to the finish. I'm not going to do another chat GPT thing, but just know this one would be more dramatic than the last.
I mean, if you're gonna tease us like that, I mean,
No, I want that anticipation not to be about the chat GPT write up. I want it to be about what these FTF gladiators are about to do around this 2.66 mile behemoth.
God, I thought that was just about to lead into it.
Oh, it wasn't. But that was pretty good. That was pretty good to come from me. Be,
So,
an idiot.
Obviously, regularly scheduled Moon Car would have been coming up here 5 minutes ago, but unfortunately, we're running a little late.
Well,
so
the session is up. The they're in the garage. They've got them lined
Oh.
up for practice.
okay.
But so as soon, it's going to be one of those quick victory celebrations, and then we're going to roll our gladiators out. A lot of people are probably pulling double duty here, if I had to imagine.
I was going to say, if you kick the stream live right when we get ready to wrap up, we can hop on over and raid our way to you, bring our viewers right along for the. I mean, they know where they're going, but just in case, throw them over there, make the work easy for them.
It's a good idea. That's a very, very good idea. I found myself in hot water on Twitter today, so maybe I lost all of my viewers.
How did
maybe
that happen?
Because he had bad opinions.
Okay. They're not bad opinions.
What was this about?
Sorry, they weren't bad opinions. They were just wrong opinions.
Was this
No,
about
no,
Nick
here's the
Sanchez
thing.
beating his face off of Matt Crafton's fist? Is that what this was about?
I could have agreed with all these folks, but then I'd have been wrong with them, and I didn't want to be wrong. So I just, first of all, I didn't take a side. I just said everybody was soft. That's all I said. And I agree.
Proved your point.
I stand by. Yeah, obviously I did. That's the thing. Like, the boot obviously fit. I didn't call anyone in particular soft, but boy howdy did they show themselves. And it seems like our compatriot up here in the booth with us might be a bit of a softie, Jacob.
What? I
Wow.
think you said that everybody, or like no one should be suspended or fined, right?
I said no one should be suspended. I said fine. I said suspended. I meant suspended multiple races. I think, Josh Williams got suspended this year for parking his car on the start-finish line. Punching a guy in the face might be that. I was more so referring to the people saying, oh, he should be gone the rest of the year and have charges filed against him and all that stupid stuff.
Okay, I will agree with you on that.
See?
In my personal opinion, as not Blake McCandless, this is Philip. I could see Crafton getting a 1 race suspension.
A one race, I'll call it soft. Don't get me wrong. I will call it soft because I think Crafton's going to get the raw end of the deal because he's the first NASCAR driver in damn near 20 years to actually pop somebody good. maybe Ambrose gave him a run for his money.
Yeah.
Ambrose sure didn't do the damage that Crafton did. I mean, Crafton was pretty effective with that. There was a lot of throw in that arm from the looks of it.
I still think the best throwdown in NASCAR history is the one that we never saw. Richard Childress taking his watch off to take care of Kyle Busch
yeah.
after a truck race at Kansas in 2011.
Well, I've Jeff Gordon punching Mike Bliss was probably pretty good, but that one happened at an airport. You didn't get to see it.
I was gonna say, I don't recall that one. But yeah, the chaos at Charlotte 2014 when it was WWE SmackDown back in the back of the hollers with
Dude,
Brad
imagine if Twitter was
Matt.
like it is now.
Yeah.
What a cheap shot, man! What a cheap shot! That kid said should be suspended for the rest of the year and maybe next year too.
I didn't see that live, but I just remember waking up, going back, seeing that, thinking, what in the world did I miss last night?
That was unbelievable television. And honestly, this is about to be unbelievable television.
A natural, cage-free green-white checker from Talladega to determine who's in and who's out in the playoffs. Green flag. Let's go.
Man, that inside did not get going, but Joshua Chin is happy to see Cosman Wright on his bumper, giving him a shot. Josh Parker laying back, and they're able to pull down right in front of Nate Stewart. Oh, and we're wrecking in the back. Another caution has been put out.
Conrad's
Guest
around.
is in it.
Michael Guest is in it. So is Frisch.
My God, and I'm telling you, Chin and Cosman might have been the only two drivers in this entire field that got a good restart there.
Yeah.
Everybody else stacked up, and I'd be willing to bet that this wreck was a product of that because they were really, really stacked up further back in this field.
Let's take a look.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Where's
look at
Conrath?
it. It's like one of them
Conrath.
slinky dogs.
Conrath gets turned by Sean Butler.
Yep.
And that gets Guest. And there's Frisch. Spencer Ray back up the track. Now Rocky does a good job to avoid. Pow. Oh. Guest almost had that missed. Till he didn't. We want to talk with Sean, ask why he committed mass murder there under this to bring us under the caution, send us to overtime.
Let's ask you. Instead of sorry Sean, it's sorry signed Sean. That is definitely one I wish I could have back.
Yeah.
What, do we have him in here yet?
No. You'll have him in. For the love of God. 3, 2. Shoot. All right.
There it is.
Hi, Sean.
Hey,
What happened?
I went to the middle, and Garrett, I guess, didn't know I was where I was, and we wrecked.
Was it strategy, rivalry, or perhaps an unforeseen circumstance that led to this high-stakes collision?
What led to that ultimately was Matt Spalding not knowing I was where I was in the first half of the race and giving me 2 minutes of damage that I limped around with for 100 laps, and now I finally get it all fixed, and that happened. So that is classic Sean Butler Super Speedway broadcast luck.
Sean,
Yes.
I need to have a serious conversation with you about what happened just now. Your decision to crash the field during this race was not only dangerous, but also against the principles of fair and safe racing. This type of behavior jeopardizes not only your own safety, but also the safety of all the other drivers on the track. Racing at Talladega is already incredibly intense and unpredictable due to the high speeds and close quarters racing. Deliberately causing a crash not only goes against the spirit of sportsmanship, but also has the potential to lead to serious injuries or worse. We all understand that emotions can run high in the heat of competition, but it's essential to remember that safety should always be our top priority. Racing incidents happen, sure, but intentionally causing a wreck is unacceptable. I urge you to reflect on your actions and the potential consequences they could have had in the future. Let's ensure that we compete with integrity and respect for our fellow drivers. We're all in this sport because we love it, and it's crucial that we maintain the highest standards of sportsmanship. I hope we can move forward from this incident with a rewarded commitment to safe and fair racing.
Do you just have the NASCAR drivers meeting word track handbook just laying around at all times for situations like this?
No.
You just memorized it?
No, that came from the heart.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did. I was so appalled at what I saw that I just spoke from the heart.
I don't know whether to be flattered, impressed, or frustrated, but it's one of those.
Are we going to make that commitment?
I am deeply disappointed by Sean's baseless accusation that someone might be using ChatGPT or some kind of artificial intelligence. Such claims are unfounded and without evidence. It's essential to maintain a respectful and constructive discourse in our interactions. Accusations like these only serve to undermine trust and the quality of our conversation. Let's focus on open and respectful communication, allowing everyone to share their thoughts and ideas freely.
Get him out of here, Jacob.
Sean, it's been a pleasure. See you at the end.
Go Mets.
Last place. All right, there go the Mets. There goes Sean. Won't be seeing you. Buck Showalter. We'll be seeing you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Phillies won today. Going to the World Series. Going to the World Series. Going to the playoffs. Let's not get too far ahead of myself here. Got to beat the Marlins first. Hopefully we get a deep drive into left field by Nick Castellanos. Hopefully it turns into a 4-run ball game at some point.
Yeah. Well, he's got a history of doing that.
Yeah.
Travis, as we look at some of our contenders here in the front of the field, who do you think is going to work their way through to get the FTF overtime?
I'm going to pick. I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to pick Tyler Gary out of P7.
Tyler Gary.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't crash the field, I'll take Kyler Wynn.
Okay. All right.
Because we can't have nice things in this life, I'm going to pick Parker White because I just feel like it's FTF.
P10. Yep.
Yep. So everybody clears out in front of him.
Well, let's see what happens. 99 viewers watching us from Talladega, by God, the Super Speedway.
Oh, yeah.
And here we go. Overtime attempt number 1. Chin on the gas. Green flag. 2 to go.
It looks like, again, that outside with Joshua Chin gets the run. As the front is formulated behind him, Cosman giving him the shove on the outside. A little bit of shuffling, but it looks like coming out of 2, Joshua's still going to have that as a third lane is starting to form there on the outside.
Oh, man, down the back straightaway. That's a big shove right there in the middle, and that third lane is coming. That is a big run up there in the third lane by Josh Parker, and they're going to clear down here in turn number 3. I believe, maybe not.
It's going to be close. Josh Chin holding on to the lead.
Yeah, it looks like Josh Chin on the bottom. Blake Reynolds trying to shoot in the middle, trying to find something to give him a shove. And it looks like we'll be able to take the white flag here with Cosman giving Joshua Chin a shove. 1 lap to go.
Last lap.
This is going to get...
Oh, there they go.
Trouble.
David L. Brown is in that. Jonathan Oates is in that. Lots of playoff drivers. Brian Mercurio is in that.
Meanwhile, the field though, Joshua Chin getting a shove from Josh Parker. Cosman trying to get a shove to lead the inside, but it looks like Blake Reynolds going to be getting a shot from Nate Stewart as they're trying to make a run on Josh Parker and Joshua Chin going into 3.
Here
Gary's
they come.
got a big shove from Kevin King up there in third lane. He's going to drop down to the bottom. It's going to be Chin and Parker out of 4.
Parker glued to the back bumper. Can Blake Reynolds get to the outside, lock himself into the playoffs? Contact behind. Parker to the outside. Chin throws a block to the bottom. Parker goes to the middle. Parker gets turned. 4 wide at the line. Give it to Blake Reynolds. Blake
Wow.
Reynolds walks it off and locks himself into round number 2 of the Kicking the Tires playoffs. He wins the Quinhal 500K at Talladega by a cool 0.09 of a second.
Gosh, that run through the tri-oval, that was insane. Blake Reynolds tries to go up the middle, but Joshua Chin trying to come up and give him the block actually ends up creating the contact and eventually gets him to the line in the 6th position, and Blake Reynolds able to drive away.
All right,
Blake
boys,
Reynolds.
I'm going to get ready for Moon Car. It was a pleasure and an honor.
That it was. Great stuff tonight, and we'll see you in just a little bit. He's already out of here. Blake Reynolds, your winner. He gets to burn down the house, and more importantly, Blake Reynolds, he had a pretty good point cushion anyway, but he locks himself into the next round of the Kicking the Tires playoffs. And we will see him, and he'll continue to fight for a championship for 3 more weeks. Let's take a look at our results for tonight's race. Blake Reynolds, your winner. Josh Parker finishes 2nd. Cosmin Yoneshu in 3rd. Tyler Gary 4th. Kyler Wynn finishes 5th tonight. Joshua Chin 6th. Jordan Worth 7th. Sebastian Marin 8th. A clutch run tonight from Marin after missing Iowa last week. Is it enough for him to make the playoffs? That I'm not sure. We'll find out. Lucas Plessel 9th. Sander Nyhoff rounds out the top 10.
As we continue going down the order, Nate Stewart comes home 11th, a solid run for him. Kevin King 12th, Parker White 13th, Aaron Riallo 14th, Kevin McAdams 15th, Timu Toika come home 16th, Garen Conrad 17th, Seth Noel 18th, Daniel Buttafuoco 19th, and rounding out your top 20, Michael Guest swept the first, second.
Jackson Carr finishes 21st. Matt Spalding 22nd. Lawson Peel 23rd. Matthew Zwack 24th. That's not good for him trying to make the next round of the playoffs. Travis Beckner 25th. Michael P. Frisch 26th. Alarm bells there for Frisch. He may be okay, but it's going to be tough. Brian Mercurio 27th. He's another that's a red flag. Finishing outside the top 20. Top 25, David L. Brown, he's going to be out, finishing in 28th. I don't see a path for him to make it to the cut line, but we'll see. Jonathan Oates, 29th. Sean Butler, first car, lap down in 30th.
And the rest of your field, either a lap down or multiple laps down. Justin Lisenby will round out 31st. Art Reimer in the 04, he'll come home 32nd. Ryan Naraki, 33rd. Jonathan Goke, 34th. 35th, Spencer Ray. 36th, Brandon Hawken. 37th, Daniel Falkingham. 38th, Wyatt Tinsley alongside his NFR teammate. 39th, Vincent Cortez. And rounding out in 40th will be Aaron.
41st tonight. Wait, that's me. I'm supposed to hit the button. There we go. 41st, Liam Sheen. 42nd, Rocky Boyd. 43rd, Alex Kolinix. 44th, the sponsor provisional, Robert Dorman. Blake Reynolds joins us now, your winner at Talladega, and moving on to the next round. How about that?
Yeah, that was fun, wasn't it?
Take us through that last lap because you had a lot going on out the mirror and out through the windshield.
Yeah, I couldn't seem to get to the front row anytime I tried. I just could not defend whenever people were making moves on me. I could not put up a defense like other guys could. But luckily I had Nate up there. I was working with them. The two, I think the 53 and the 84 working together, and I think Josh Parker was working with somebody. But yeah, there's a lot of tandems up there, and I was just doing the best I could with Nate. We got together there on the backstretch on the white, and after that I saw the defensive move by Chin and on Josh, and well, we just all came together, and I got the win.
You're locked in. Obviously, this is the end of round one, so you move on. If points were a concern, they're not anymore. You're moving on to round two. 3 racetracks coming up: the Roval, Las Vegas, and Homestead. Your thoughts going into those 3?
Well, very stress-free now. Probably don't have to practice. I usually don't practice, but for when it comes to these playoffs, I tend to run a couple laps. Who knows? But yeah, that's really cool that I don't really have to worry too much until round of 8. Is that right? What round are we in?
We
This
are
is the last
just
race of the round of 6.
Oh,
correct.
round of 16.
Yeah.
Man, that shows how much I'm keeping up. I'm relying on my playoff points, I think, right now. That's why I'm not too worried. But when it comes crunch time, I'm sure I'll worry some more and keep up with the stats.
I mean, definitely as someone who's making the cut, now you're going to find yourself in the top 12. Everybody's still seeming to chase Parker White as he's got a big lead. How do you try and go into the next couple rounds of the playoffs with someone that dominant and try and make a run at the championship?
Just got to get stage points like they do. They did it so well all year, but I feel like, and this is just completely not looking at stats, just from the driver's seat. I feel like they aren't as strong as they were, especially in the summer. That whole group of the North Sports cars. Parker's still winning, of course, but I feel like it's just not as like the lead isn't like 12 seconds or something, you know. So maybe I am getting closer. Who knows? But I'm looking forward to. You said Homestead, it's Charlotte, Roval, right?
Roval, Vegas, and Homestead are the next 3.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. Very cool. I don't know what else to say.
All right. Well, congratulations on the win. You're moving on to round 2. Blake, we'll see you next week.
Oh, thank you.
It's Blake Reynolds, your winner tonight. Here's Josh Parker with not Blake, it's Philip.
Josh Parker coming home here in P2. You just missed it out. What did you need coming to the checkered flag in order to get one spot more?
To be a little bit further away from Blake, I think. I knew if I waited a little too long, coming to the tri-oval, Josh would have expected me to go high on him. So I knew once the second I went to the right, it was going to create a parachute and get Blake there. But it was kind of just, I was just trying not to ruin anyone's race, kind of. I was just like, wherever I end up, I end up.
Yeah, we saw you at the front a lot, running up front. Was that your strategy kind of going into the night, was to try and lead all the laps you could, or did it just kind of happen with the circumstances in the race and you just try to take the run?
Normally when I show up here, if I don't DNQ, Kevin King gives me crap. I almost swear, he gives me crap through text message how bad I run. So, um, having a good chance, I just kind of was, like I have nothing to lose. So it was just be aggressive, have fun with it, and like I said, not get in anyone's way there. So come to the stages, I kind of dropped to the end of the draft to let them all battle for points if they were in a tight points battle. But yeah, my goal was to be in the position at least at the end.
Yeah, so as a fellow DNQer myself, I can definitely sympathize with. So that'll be Josh Parker came home second in the Quinn Half, 500K.
Thank you, Josh. We'll now talk with Cosmin, who we haven't gotten to talk to much in this. Yeah, exactly. Coming home P3 tonight, and clearly he's pretty happy about it. One of your best finishes since you won the FTF 500 last year. Take us through those last 2 laps, because I'm sure it wasn't easy up there trying to push Josh.
Man, it really wasn't. And you're right, that was probably my best finish in the last year and a half, which is fine. I mean, this track is really fun. I have absolutely no idea how I ended up in this position. Then I saw myself right behind Josh, and somehow we ended up controlling the last 2 restarts, which was fantastic for us. Then coming to the white flag, we got separated on the front stretch because the rest of the pack was kind of laying back, and we were just sitting ducks. And I made a move to block the middle lane that I saw had the most momentum, which Josh Parker was leading. And once I did that move, the slam he gave my car pushed me 5 miles an hour faster than anybody should. And instead of wrecking Josh and trying to bump him forward as well, because we were just going into the corner, I decided to just go on the outside, and that was what did me in. That's when I kind of lost my chance in winning. After that, I have no idea what happened behind us. I just saw an empty mirror, kind of. So, whatever happened there, that's on them. But yeah, that was. I'm genuinely shocked that I was able to be in this position. Hope you guys had fun though.
No doubt
Yeah,
about it.
We saw you early on in the race. Fighting, going a lap down. How was that? Trying to kind of earn your way back, and then all of a sudden you were up at the front.
That was actually fun as well, because I bet the leaders had no idea what to do. They were just like, oh, there's a run. Do I block this? Is it a lap car? Is it a lead lap car? What do I do here? Because I knew had to fight Seabass for the lucky dog there, and after they caught that second pack, there were another 8 cars that were battling. So my only strategy was to try to pit after everybody that was on the lead lap and hope to either be ahead of them or the first lap car. And that's what happened. I was right in front of Daniel, who was the leader when the caution came out. Lucky break. That's all.
Cosman, congratulations.
Yep.
We will see you
Thank
at the
you.
Roval here next week. I'm sure
Maybe.
you're really looking forward to that, aren't you?
Yeah, no. Quick shout out to Rise Esports and Sunoco. Even though they weren't on the car, I feel more comfortable running Fords at these, and that's honestly what matters to me. Yeah, Rise Esports, James Spike, Mamba, all those guys. Thanks for what they do for me, and all that.
There you have it. That is your third place finisher tonight. Cosman Yoneshu. Let's quickly show points. Nothing fancy, but this is straight off the presses from Justin Malillo. Your 12 drivers moving on to the round of 12. Parker White, obviously. Blake Reynolds, obviously. And Daniel Buttafuoco, obviously. They all won this round. Making it on points. Wyatt Tinsley, Michael Guest, Michael P. Frisch, Kevin King, Brian Mercurio, Daniel Falkingham, Matthew Zwack moves on, Kevin McAdams moves on, Brandon Hawken moves on. Then David L. Brown, Ryan Nawrocki, Sebastian Marin, and Dylan Basin all out. Of course, Basin did not make it to tonight's race.
Wow, honestly, that's surprising, and I think Kevin in the chat is surprised as well. Kevin, Brandon Hawken did not finish where he wanted to as well. Falkingham was even kind of down the orders, so surprising to see Kevin moving on and Hawken, but I guess definitely helped by the fact David also had some trouble as well. But wow, so that'll be the top 12 going into the Charlotte Roval.
That it will. So we get to say goodbye here from Talladega. We're back a week from tonight with the Roval. Thanks to Travis Brown for joining us and Philip McCandless for pinch hitting alongside me. I'm Jacob Pitts. We get to go see Travis Brown, maybe, if I can figure out how to do this properly. There we go. All right. See ya. We're going to Travis. It's Moon Car Night. Talladega, more than likely, 87s. We'll see you next week.